In Discord, Emily.
Loaded.
Can't believe you're 12 minutes late.
I'm actually 18 minutes early, thank you very much.
As you go to stand up and take your first step, stretching. By the way, you are long rested, so any spell slots and whatnot are back.
Yippee.
You feel your feet kind of give way as you fall over, but you manage to catch yourself on the ground before bonking your head or anything like that. And you see that your shoelaces are tied together.
What a tarnation.
It was John Smith. And she just goes back to eating her breakfast.
It was John.
I'm just kind of giving a scornful look in there, see if I...
Look around to see the positions of the rest of my comrades, and seeing John, I glare like fiery daggers into his eyes.
Good spell.
Anyway, Grog's thought of a few names for the group. What do you think, Jeeves?
Has John thought of tying shoes better than this? I can't move.
Don't bring up Blaze of the Shore, though. It's a touchy subject.
You don't need to move now, you only need to answer which group name you think fits best.
Oh, I see. This is a group naming interrogation session.
It is.
They weren't a fan of Irina's bitches, apparently.
Who would have thought?
I'm surprised John wasn't.
Yeah.
I
Tell me
came
about
up with it.
Well, how about Jave's Jolly Jokers? Would that more suit you?
I'd rather
No.
have Blaze of the Shore, to be honest.
Yeah. I'd rather be named after a show I don't know what you're like.
Sorry.
Can you see the names on this scroll? I'll hold the scroll up to him. Or can I? Did I get the scroll back?
I do enjoy the Durst Spain one.
Yep.
Oh shit, Swindles has a face.
Yeah.
It's got a
Face
working
reveal.
webcam, wow.
This once and once time only, because I'm not at home, so I'm using my laptop.
That explains the audio quality.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've got headphones in,
Based.
and I'm on my phone. And Jake keeps taking the piss out of my hairline, so the hood's up.
Understandable.
What hairline?
Keep yapping, pal. It won't take long for you either.
That's why I plan on not cutting mine.
That'll work.
Irina kind of dusts herself off, stands up and goes, I'll go catch up to Grok. Ready when you guys are.
Catch up. What have I missed?
And
The
she
priest took the piss out of his
swings,
names.
she swings her backpack on and just walks down the path slightly to where you can kind of see them both just waiting to go up the path back to where you had your reading last night.
Alright. We should probably follow them and discuss the names while traveling.
We should get moving.
Okay. You just all kind of heading back up to the crossroads then, are you? Okay. So, the morning air is quite chill to the touch as the mist and fog kind of laps up on the waves of Searpool. The sound of waves lapping against the shores just kind of caresses the morning air. You hear the occasional kind of raven caw, and you hear the occasional owl hoot as it's still kind of going back to bed for them. But in all sense, the day seems much calmer. It's very quiet as you step away from the Vistani camp, and as you walk away, Eliza and all the others just kind of give you firm nods and just bow as you leave. But, Grog, are you here or are you muted?
I'm here.
Since you're taking the lead, as you're the first person to arrive at the gallows, everyone else is kind of further back, you're all walking up to the gallows as your meeting point staggered. But Grog, as you and Irina arrive, the sound of a whinny pierces the air, followed by this cold snort of the horse. And from the western road, continuing east towards the village of Barovia, you see a war horse. But as you take a closer look, it's lacking most of its skin and muscle, with just a bone frame and disjointed body parts keeping it up. Its jaw is slightly unhinged, with what muscle left bulging quite literally out of the skin and sockets, and you comfortably recognize that both the horse and its rider are undead, clad with this ruined chainmail. The rider holds a lantern high that sheds no light, but the clothing it wears is remarkably similar to you. And it rides forward, looks at you with these empty dark sockets, raises its lantern and goes, "Where is exit?"
Where is exit?
And it just very slowly nods.
Question, is this saying it in an approximation of my voice, just for context, or is it...
What do you mean?
Because you said it looks like wearing the same arm as me, or was it just coincidence? And does it
No,
sound
no, like
me?
just like adventurer clothing.
Oh
is what
right,
I mean.
adventure. I was like, it was actually a dwarf. Right. Where is exit?
What you could do actually is, can you roll me an insight check? The clothing is very familiar to you, actually.
Can't be him, can it? Oh. The exit to the valley, friend?
And it nods.
Wish I knew the secrets of how to leave here myself. We are mere travelers along the road, lucky to see where the winds take us.
And the second you say anything that resembles no, it picks its horse and just gallops towards the village of Barovia.
Is that who I think it is?
Irina kind of runs up beside you and goes, "What the hell was that?"
I think it's someone we encountered before when we were traveling through the mists before we entered the village. I can't be certain.
Wait, but what did they want?
The exit. Seemingly to the mists.
Well, he can get in line.
I imagine it's a long one. We've got quite a way to go before we get anywhere near the front of that one.
And about half an hour later, the rest of you kind of journey up to the crossroads. With you all ready to go.
Seems
Let's
that
do it.
rider we encountered in the forest before is no longer lying on the forest floor. See if the rider knows the way in the afterlife.
Well, Irina did say it was going to take a day to get to Valaki. Shall we get a move on before the dark falls?
Is it Blue that's making the noise?
No, it's just general sounds coming from the woods.
Alright.
But Blue is always kind of looking up and about, kind of listening in.
Rock, when you said it's the rider from before, do you mean the one we found with the compass, Dalvin?
Didn't get a good look
James
at
asked
him,
about
but
last night.
it could quite possibly be him. He was searching for an exit to the mists.
Hmm.
I can't say for certain, but
As you think it might be.
Yes, set off towards the village.
Well, as he said, his choice met tragic consequences. Perhaps these are those consequences come to on life.
So, about these names. Durst's Bane sounds really good.
Whatever you think is best. I'm sure we have. I'm
Surprised,
sure there'll be plenty of names assigned to us as time goes on.
surprised
Probably,
you were not
yeah.
a fan of Dawn's Vanguard after all, Mr. Jacobs.
It isn't the most subtle of names, I'll admit.
Well, Dawn's Vanguard is more of the Dawnfather, isn't it?
Like it, but it is most certainly tempting fate.
Would you rather we be called the Bringers of Light? Or is that too on the nose?
I mean,
What about the champions of light?
Or perhaps Guardians of Light?
Fuck, I knew you were going there.
I feel like names referencing the Dawnfather and bringing light might not endear us to Strahd any more than we already are.
Merely
Yeah.
suggestions while I was passing the time, just
I think
thoughts
the
that
name-
filtered across the mind.
I think a collective name for us merry adventurers is somewhat low down on Strahd's priority list, let's be honest.
You say it like he gives a fuck about any of us.
Precisely.
We're nothing to him. If he
About
wanted us dead, we'd be dead.
the sources of
What is that?
amusement.
He made that very clear at the siege. He made that very clear when he killed my people and let us live.
This twisted sense of mercy showing its head as I look at John and somewhat wince at the memory.
So, Grog,
Yo,
what is Krail?
it's the name of a place I heard. Just thought it sounded neat.
Oh yeah, that does.
Alright, Marge.
Shall we make a move then?
Alright, let's.
That's...
Aye.
Okay. So, you come to the crossroads where you have three paths. East, to the village of Barovia, north to Searpool, or west, following a mountain path.
I suppose we should carry on westward now.
Okay. You leave the crossroads behind and you resume your westward journey. As you follow the road, it bends around and then ascends the cliff, trudging up this steep rocky incline. And the fog is thick here, obscuring the top of the cliff overhead, with the road itself growing narrow and treacherous, with loose stones and deep ruts that make it difficult to maintain your footing. So, I will ask, traveling order. Who's at the front?
Grog,
I don't
right?
mind going in front.
I'm
Grog, because he has the survivability thingy.
Does he need to be at the front though for that to be for that to work?
I
We
would
might as
say-
well. If
If you're leading, I'd say it's fair, but the path itself is quite obvious. You'd have to be straying off the path for that to be relevant.
gonna say, is that not in the woods as well? If we're heading up into mountains.
Exactly.
Right.
Everyone's watched Fellowship of the Ring. That's kind of the
Oh.
journey you're going on. Just don't listen to any wizard shouting in the skyline.
Citizens of Dalar! No.
If John Smith's going first, I can go second and
Oh,
help keep
take
an eye
the
out.
Okay.
rear guard
Where's Irina going?
Probably
in the
centre
middle,
of the
middle.
pack.
In the middle.
Third or fourth?
Third.
And who's fourth?
Shakes.
Yep.
So, Nolan's at the back. Where's Grok going? Grok fifth?
Yeah, second last, sure.
Okay, sixth. Nolan. So that's what I've got.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, sounds good.
Put the squishies in the middle.
How dare you, Irina's attack.
Is it?
I mean, you're a tank if you don't take any damage.
Soon enough, the road levels out, continuing past a ruined three-story watchtower perched atop the edge of a cliff. The tower's old stone walls are covered in moss and ivy with rotted wooden doors kind of hanging off the hinges which screech as the gentle wind kind of goes through the ruined gaps in the cobbles and pushes the door outward. But nearby, you see two graves sat against the road, as well as an animal's corpse seemingly lying within the tall grass not too far away.
Shall we take a look in the watchtower?
Hey.
Although, would you say the graves are closer or further away? Would you say they're before the watchtower?
They're kind of on the side of it.
Um,
There.
Yeah.
is the house coming from the watchtower?
Roll me a survival check.
Since I pointed out, can I help? Can I help?
You can.
Roll with advantage. Now.
Sweet. I got a 9, 11, and a... No. There we are. 12.
Yippee!
Irina chuckles as you all immediately look at an alert, and she
Can I,
goes,
can I
I'm a-
guidance myself?
"You can."
Ah.
You see Nolan kind of go,
There. You'll figure it out, champ.
Oh,
"Okay."
16,
Hey.
mother-
Irina chuckles as she watches you both kind of stress and goes, "I'm afraid you're going to have to get used to that if you're planning on travelling around Barovia. Packs of wolves often travel alongst the woods, but they generally keep to themselves until they don't."
Ominous much?
Can I go over
Yes.
and investigate the graves?
With the survival check, as Irina stated, you kind of hear the wolves kind of echoing around you, and there's plenty of little coppices within the mountain where it would be hard to see within the tree line, but kind of like the bold nature of the valley, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where the sounds are coming from. Behind you, in front of you, next to you, the reverberation of the sounds just makes it impossible.
Okay.
Grok, you wanting to check the graves?
Yeah, I can go over and
Okay.
investigate the graves, see if there's any markings or anything untoward on them.
Sure. You see two graves that overlook the northern elevation of the tower, with dirt strewn all in a rushed, messy manner. You see small pebbles have been arranged on the graves to form the shape of a rising sunburst. And on the on the graves, you see names, but they've mostly been scribbled out, or mostly kind of been... kind of dirt has kind of wedged in the lettering. But if you could roll me a survival check, please.
I'm just looking to see if I have something. Oh, no, it's only for history. Okay.
Okay. The graves are certainly no more than a few weeks old. The dirt is kind of arranged in this fresh pattern, where it's been patted down by the elements, but not to a level you would expect for a elder grave. It's still got that kind of earthy smell to it. That kind of petrichor. It's kind of got that petrichor tinge to it. But as you scrub the names, they read Alec Dargovich
Yeah, let's just get something.
and Vasha Targlova.
Thank you. Vasha.
Irina's mother still in?
Yeah. Marina?
Sorry, I'm just waiting for them to quiet it down.
Is the O a typo? The first O.
Targle over.
Okay. I just think everyone else's spelling previously has been without that O, so it may not be the same.
Irina steps forward and goes, yeah? And she's on alert, her hand kind of on a rapier, kind of looking around her.
Are these names familiar to you on these stones?
She kneels down and takes a solemn look. And just goes, yes, they're familiar. They were part of the group that went to Vallaki 3 months ago.
Oh.
God. What happened?
Two of them are left here.
They didn't even get more than 5 miles away before death.
Anyone know the Speak with Dead spell?
Nope.
No,
No.
let their spirits rest. It's the least they deserve.
If they've seemingly had their last rites, it perhaps the rest of the group made it all the way to Vallaki.
One can hope.
Aye. One can hope. And Irina just kind of kneels her head and just whispers a silent prayer.
Wait. Is she coming?
Should
Yeah.
we check out this keep?
Hmm?
Should we check out this keep?
Yeah, the watchtower, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's entering the tower, I should ask?
John.
Yes, I'm going as well.
Yeah, I'll come behind.
Okay. And the rest of you?
Is there anything to be cleaned from the animal you said was nearby, or...?
The animal corpse, you can roll me a survival check.
Yeah, I suppose it's interesting to get me.
Oh.
You see a wolf flying motionless in the grass, which gives off this ungodly stench. Maggots and larvae have filled most of the rotted carcass, with deep ruby red blood pooling beneath. And you see a number of crossbow bolts, line its body, as well as the tip of a spear that is snapped off within.
Are they just standard crossbow bolts, or...?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say 4 or 5.
While they go inside, I think I'll just keep watch outside
Okay.
while they go in then.
Okay.
I'll stay outside as well.
Okay. As you enter the tower, the room is quite claustrophobic to say the least, decorated with these old and worn attires such as a bear rug that's been partially torn by the strong winds that blow from the top of the staircase that comes down, funneling it in. You see basic wooden furniture that's mostly rotted from exposure to the elements through the cracked cobbles, and the stone staircase that climbs up.
How does the stairs look? Do they look stable?
Roll me an insight check.
Just a question, is Irina inside with them, or is that...
Irina's gone inside, yeah.
Right, okay, so it's just... Right.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Because it's the crit, you're lucky. I'll even give you something for free. As you kind of take a look at the staircase, you get the immediate feeling that it's quite worn and quite dangerous. You think, by your estimation, it could possibly support the weight of 2 of you in a maximum. But, as you look and you're tending, you catch a little sight, a little glimmer of light shining off of something silver on the floor.
I walk up to it and inspect it.
And you find this beautiful silver pendant carved to resemble a dragon lying on the ground near the entranceway. And as you pick it up,
yeah.
it's freezing cold to the touch.
Ooh. Alright. I'll... So... Is everyone inside with me? Or is it just John?
Other than
Jake?
Sabriel.
Okay.
Outside stuff.
So the stairs looks fairly weak. Try not to be more than 2 on them at a time in case it collapses. And I found this medallion with a dragon on it, and I hold it up to show it to them. And it's ice cold to the touch.
I mean,
Anyone
the
recognize this?
The room isn't insulated.
No,
Does it feel like? I guess.
John,
this
you
is a
damn
que-
cunt. Touch this.
I was about to say, if Nolan holds it for a while, does it actually feel like it's gaining any heat?
No.
Give me an insight check.
Oh.
No. It's freezing cold to the touch, and you kind of rub it in your hands, kind of breathe on it a bit, and it still feels cold.
Freezing.
Uh,
A dragon medallion, right?
yeah.
Made out of silver. And that's important to note down, please.
Dragon medallion. Thank you.
Does anyone have any ability to see whether it's magical in any way?
Nothing apart from my own knowledge. I couldn't really detect anything specifically.
Add custom item. There we are. Dragon. Fuck's sake.
Irina kind of goes over to the staircase and goes, "This overlooks the valley. If one of you wanted to come with me, I could give you a quick tour of where we're going."
Whilst the 2 magic folk are busy inspecting the medallion, I'll join Irina upstairs.
Bro, really?
Can't believe he's about to kiss Triss.
This ain't a lighthouse.
I'm a unicorn man myself.
In my head. Triss enjoys in shambles.
All 4 of them.
I am one of them. Don't act
Like
surprised. Don't act
like
surprised.
Yeah, it's true, redhead. Okay. From atop the battlements, as you climb up, you stare into the distance with Irina, who points to the northwest. And you see these you see a couple of waterfalls, the second bigger than the first. And she goes, "Those are Searfalls. Those..." And then she kind of hovers her finger slightly more to the right and goes, "And that's where we rested last night at Searpool." And that's where you see the colourful tent tops of Madame Eva's Vistani camp, as she's not lying, you really are overlooking most of the valley. But then Irina turns and walks to the other side with a deep sigh, and she goes, "And that's Mount Gakis. But as you can see, there's not much left thanks to the mist. Everything described within the books by the scholars as having life and beauty is just shrouded. I'm afraid there's not much more to life than grey and tyranny. Welcome to Barovia."
We'll find a way to reverse it all. I'm certainly not going to die in this forsaken valley.
Where is it you come from in the first place? Not that it'll mean anything to me, but...
Not that it means anything to this player either, because I didn't write that down.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Make something up.
In a hole, in a
just-
hole in the ground.
Just think of a fantasy town and describe it. Fuck it,
my,
Helm's Deep.
my parents were miners, So we basically, for the best part of my life, we kind of, well, my early life, we lived in a little camp outside of a mine, and it
So you're used
wasn't
to
for me.
perpetual darkness.
Oh yeah, I can see quite well in the dark now because of it, thankfully.
So what's
But it
Barovia
wasn't
like to your eyes?
It looks as though it's about to rain all the time, but other than that, no real difference to most cities, except there's a little less colour.
That's a depressing thought, I'll confess. But
And I kind of point towards the Vistani camp and say that's quite a rare sight, seeing that much colour, especially in the cities outside the mist.
everywhere.
Yeah, it seems as though modern architecture these days doesn't have a flair for the colourful and the vibrant. Just because it's easier to do it that way instead.
I must confess, it's not the nicest of thoughts to think the rest of the world looks like this shithole.
Most of the world is better than the shithole. You don't have to wake up every day wondering whether you're going to die. So there's that.
Wow.
I envy the Vistani. They get to go wherever they want, wherever their horses travel. They're free. Ever since I was born, I don't even know what freedom is. I don't even know what happened in the first years of my life. What prison is that?
Well, hopefully with us we can find the answer to those questions.
Not where I want to. I don't think it matters either. I have a family. I had a family.
You still do? Your brother's still alive. That must account for something.
Is he? We don't know what Strahd did when he went to the village. I barely got a wink of sleep last night. I wanted to travel by myself, but I didn't want to put anyone else in danger.
To be fair, I don't think he's going to be killing the new Burgomaster after putting him in that position.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I haven't got the thing to the add-on for Roll20.
That's fine, I trust your rolls.
Persuasion. Oh fuck. 3.
Irina looks like she doesn't really take much of your words to mind. And she looks pale. And you can see her kind of looking down at the ground from the top of the tower, and she just goes, I think I'm getting vertigo. I'm gonna head down. I'm not a big fan of heights.
I don't give a reply. I just kind of leave her to it, and I want to inspect the rest of the room.
And she stops on the stairs and turns and goes, I think you miss home more than you're letting on. But your secret's safe with me. She gives you a sly smile and then walks down the staircase. The spellcasters. What are you doing?
Well, given that I don't have detect magic, I don't have a genuine way to see if it's like cursed or something like that. Can I at least maybe think of some kind of reference to something that could have caused this, like more of a general idea, perhaps?
You can roll me an Arcana check.
EY.
General idea. Did you only just get that?
Yes.
I've been doing that the entire campaign. Every time you say major plotline, it's just major plotline.
You're a cunt.
Rookie. Ooh, no, maybe yes.
Damn, that's helpful.
Guidance? Add some
Sure.
points to it, mate.
Yeah, we're looking
Add
at
some
it.
points
Yeah,
to it.
yeah. Sure, make
What
it a
I'll
20.
give you,
Woo, 18.
what I will give you is it's clearly unnatural
No
for certain. But for certain, it's not like a case that you just didn't warm it up correctly. It is definitely some form of uncertainty
warm
with
it
it.
up correctly.
Didn't
Oh,
read the
I'm rubbing it wrong. Sorry, guys. I didn't have enough practice as a kid.
Welcome back to Roswell.
It's
Let's
more,
reload.
but it doesn't. It's complicated. It just feels like Barovia. It just everything is cold and dreary.
Okay.
It just doesn't feel natural. It's almost that uncanny valley kind of feeling where it is natural, but it just isn't. And you're almost gaslighting yourself into thinking it's not normal when you know you're right. But it is normal, but it isn't. Like, it's just on that precipice. It just feels Barovian.
Yeah.
Ever since you stepped into the mists, everything just feels cold and miserable.
Fucking depressing.
Drained. Like, the very sun itself has just been removed, and life is just in this perpetual motion of just the next night.
Well, I'm afraid I don't have any insights for you, Nolan. It's not natural, that much I can tell you, but all it does is remind me of this cursed land we're in.
No. Thank
maybe,
you.
Maybe we'll find out more. I mean, do you want to hold on to it, or shall I, and perhaps in the future we can try and find out
Yeah,
some more?
I'll hold on to it.
Okay. Maybe
in
we
case
should
we-
ask Irina if she recognizes the symbol on it when she comes down.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, let's do that.
So we'll just
So-
hover in the tower while we wait for John and Irina, I guess.
Or
Haven't
Irina.
you seen them come down? Slightly
I mean,
staggered.
I'd like to. I want to investigate the rest of the room. Sorry.
Okay. What, at the top?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not much. It's just an open top. You can see it on the photo there. It's just like a battlement that you can kind of see over.
Oh, I see. Okay. there's a
As
bottle
for the
there,
middle
I'll go
floor,
back down.
completely empty, with a couple of arrow slits, which you can also see. Okay.
Is Irina coming down now then?
Mhm.
Yeah. Nolan, do you want to show Irina this pendant we got then?
Yeah.
See-
Yeah.
do you
Irina,
recognize it?
Mm-hmm.
I
What,
hold
do I
up the-
request one?
and I hold up the medallion.
I can't say I do. What is it?
I don't know. I found it here on the floor. It's ice cold to the touch, and it doesn't get any warmer. It's just
And what's the...
wait.
What's it meant... What is it? What's the shape?
It's a dragon.
Dragon?
Oh, you haven't heard of dragons?
Not much.
They're mythical creatures, sort of lizard-like with wings. Really powerful magically, and you don't really want to meet one, honestly.
They sound cool.
They are majestic, but terrifying.
Are they common where you're from?
Yeah. As I said, mythical creatures. It's really rare to find one and see one. But
I'd like-
if you do, you're probably on the short end of the stick.
I see. Nonetheless, I'd like to see one day. They sound cool. Anything that's in charge of its self like that must be impressive.
I mean, you have something in this valley.
Yes, I know, but... Well... I'd like to see Strahd take one of them on in a fight.
Yeah, that would be a sight to see.
Knowing our luck, we'll just end up with an undead dragon to fight.
Yeah. Along with Strahd.
I'd like to think Dory would have said.
Are you alright, Irina?
Why does John Smith look like a White Walker?
Blue eyes.
It's because the light's crap. Is that better?
Yeah. Get the Valerian steel, boys.
Get the flame. Okay. Anything else you wish to do?
No. I mean, do a general check around the room if there's anything to see what usually used to be here. Like if there was anything more than the dragon pendant,
No.
and something that could
There's nothing else
extrapolate.
more. John Smith,
Yes.
what I will say is, with you kind of overlooking the mountain, you estimate that it'll roughly take about, by your guess, 2.5 hours to get to the bridge.
Okay.
But the path kind of winds, kind of on a sloping down, and you see like a little kind of what would you call it? Kind of like a It's not quite big enough to be a cliff, but it's more like a craggy slope.
Okay. That's at the bridge.
No. So the path kind of goes through like between these patches of woodland, and then where it kind of meets that craggy slope, it kind of bends around on like a downward slope to go around it,
Okay.
and then you have the bridge at the end.
Okay. Is there anything after the bridge? Can I see that far?
Yeah, you can see Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah. Okay. I inform everyone else thusly. There's a bridge that we need to get to where we need to go. Got about 2.5 hours to get there. So I reckon if there's nothing else here, we should get cracking.
Right on.
Okay. You continue down the winding mountain road, with the jagged peaks beginning to loom ominously through the fog far above. I'm assuming you're going in the same kind of movement order.
Yeah, may as well. It seems to be
Yeah.
right so far.
Okay. The air grows colder now as the road passes through a much darker evergreen forest, with the thick canopy once more blocking out much of the sky's dim light. And here, the road begins to grow narrow, with its edges passing above steep, craggy slopes as it winds around a mountain spur. The only sounds that follow you are the crunching of falling leaves and the occasional rustling in the underbrush. But Stabriel, Javes, Grolk, and Nolan, as your footsteps squelch into the old muddy road, you glimpse a flicker of movement in the underwood, a flash of grey fur with amber eyes and sharp white teeth, and then, as soon as it appeared, it vanishes, skulking back into the shadows. Irina steps forward and goes, "You saw that too, right?"
I did.
Indeed.
I think we're being stalked.
And Irina kind of shuffles closer to close the gap between her and whoever's in front of her.
We only saw the one flash of eyes now.
Only the one.
Yeah.
Where there is one, maybe more.
Yeah. They don't travel alone, do they?
Indeed.
Well, let's keep moving and keep your wits about you and call out if you see something.
From
She
the
nods.
before we proceed, the sort of where the flash and the sort of like, yeah, that. What sort of distance are we thinking?
About 30 foot in front of you in the underbrush.
Oh well, okay,
Close.
so close.
But then the second you kind of made eye contact, it kind of snapped back into the woods.
Running away from us?
Mhm.
Okay.
Can Okay. Okay, we'll carry on.
Okay.
Okay, no. Can I ready an action?
You can.
Okay. If I see more than one more flicker, as in number of creatures as opposed to multiple times, I would like to shatter the source of it.
Show me shatter. If this is a spell,
It is, yeah.
It's 4 spell, isn't it?
even if you choose not to use the spell still gets used since it's being used as a reaction. So you can cancel the spell, so it doesn't do anything, but you lose the spell slot. So basically, you are definitely using a spell slot.
Yeah, I'm essentially using it as intimidation,
Okay.
such that if as soon as there is even a hint of like, this is a creature along the lines of what we just saw, immediately fire it at the source of it.
Okay. And as the road curves around the edge of the mountain, the right-hand cliffs begin to fall away, leaving this sheer drop to a wooded ravine below. The road, now barely 10 foot wide, bends up ahead, doubling back around the ravine before plunging dramatically and winding around a smaller mountain peak. And Javes, this is where I'm going to ask you to cast that spell, please. As once again, the 5 of you, including Irina, spot 3 grey-furred shadows darting through the underbrush ahead. 2 more flickering at the edge of your vision just behind you. However, Sabriel, with your passive perception, you notice a 6th lurks in the ravine nearly 50 foot below you, keeping pace with your movements as it clings to the shadows of the crag. Can you roll me an intimidation check, please, Jave, and tell me what's happening?
Okay, so upon witnessing this, I guess, considering that I saw both sets, I think I'll go for the larger group. So the group
Here you
of
go.
3.
Well, why don't you paint it for me? You have to excuse the map. I ran out of time.
Yep.
No
So immediately based.
I like it.
What is that indicating? Is that meant to be an arc?
That's going down. As in, that's leading down.
That's to the, is that to the ravine? Where?
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
Sabriel, you see something here.
So that group of 3 basically. As soon as seeing them, recognizing what's going on and the fact that we're being stalked, it's like, right, okay, let's make our presence known and say you don't want to fuck with us, basically. So readying to shatter create the loudest possible
only a
source of
10
noise.
foot.
It is, yeah.
So you'll get 2 of them.
I'll go for 2 of them.
Okay.
So yeah, I will give you the intimidation, and here is the shatter itself.
What boss was that? Tectus. I don't know why my autistic brain remembers that, but it was
Rise mountains.
Shut up.
And just to add insult to injury, I will empower one of those die because it was a 2. I can't re-roll the whole thing, so...
Oh, you can do
Regional
this and hit 3, right?
What, sorry?
10-foot regional freedom.
Yeah.
You can do this and hit 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to re-roll one of the things, but I can't do it individually, so I'll just do all the 3. I'll do a 1. I'll do a 1d8,
it's 1
I
damage.
guess. Yeah.
Wait, what's that for?
Because Shatter does 3d8, and 1 rolled a 2, so I want to re-roll it.
Okay.
So instead of re-rolling the whole spell, I'll just do a 1d8 and...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, wow, 1 damage, yippee.
To be honest, it doesn't matter. As you conjure this sound, it echoes, and before any of you are having a chance to react, Javes just does what he says, and the woods them very selves part for him alone. As the trees, the bark splinter, as the roots kind of pull themselves out, and you just hear this as these wolves just kind of get engulfed by the sound, and you actually see all 3 of them just immediately drop to their dead.
Can I take 1 damage in fright? Because I was definitely not fucking ready for that. So I just had a mini heart attack.
And Grok, since you are the closest, you make me a dexterity save.
How the fuck I ended up at the front?
Or a strength save, sorry. You're not at the front, you're in the middle. The path kind of goes like, you were walking along the path that kind of, if I can find the rule tool, goes like this.
Is this because I was right next to John? I was like, what?
It kind of goes like that.
Oh, right, okay, no, I see. I was like, that's next save.
So the path in actuality will go off screen and then kind of go back that way.
Right, okay, right, I see.
So it wraps around. The dex save. A wolf bursts out of the woods and tries to shove you down the ravine, and it's quite clear it's hoping to knock you down for the other one to grab. But you see it coming, and you just step to the side, and the wolf is going to try and step away, giving both John and Grolk an attack of opportunity.
I would like to attempt to push it down the ravine.
Okay, just
Or
roll
hit
me a
it down
strength
the
check then.
Okay.
And Grolk?
It's 7.
I.
Fuck.
Just being uncreative as fucking just shoot the bugger. Sorry, we shoot the bugger. Miss, I guess.
You both try, but you're so discombobulated by Jave's shatter that the sound is still reverberating. Whilst it doesn't hurt you, still have that kind of flashbang ringing in your ear. And it throws you off guard as this wolf tries to basically kick Grolk down the ravine. But you're quick enough to get out of the way, but not quite quick enough to get your arrow and take a shot before it darts into the wood. Same with you, John. You try to kind of grab it, but it's too fast. As it runs, you hear it scurry away into the woods. And you hear them howl as they sprint into the distance, miles out of reach. This one that you can see, Sabriel, as you look down, retreating into the woods itself.
Is it too far to try and shoot at it?
You could. So you'd be 50 foot down from where you are, plus 60, so 110 foot basically. So you have 110 foot to work with.
I think that's just in long.
Yeah, it's
Well, no, if you're
120.
short.
No, I have
short.
80. I have a short bow.
Yeah, so I think it'd be disadvantage.
You can take a disadvantage shot.
Would you not have a better advantage because she's got the height advantage?
Not
No?
in D&D.
Boo.
If you like Pathfinder, yes, but not in D&D.
No, I'll
That-
leave
that-
it. 2 of them have already got away, and I don't think I could do much.
Taking
But
half
it's
that.
retreating at the very least.
That's very much an advantage job.
Not really. You try making a shot at 110
It's so
foot
far away, it's hard to see to hit.
with a short bow, no less. A short bow is not powerful for range.
It's just within range of a longbow as well. Longbow's more fun.
You would have to account for wind being on the mountain crag. Like there's,
I mean-
it'd not be as easy as you think it is.
To be fair, it's not 110 feet though. If you want to do it properly, which obviously we're not, it's not 110 feet.
How far is it then, Mister?
Is
Well, if
Like-
you look at it like as a
Are you really going to whip out Pythagoras' theorem to me?
He really
Similar
is.
thing. If you do like an actual square, 50 feet by 50 feet in a square, your diagonal line is 1.5 times, so it's
Here you go. Let me do
75 feet.
Pythagoras' theorem for you. One moment.
what's
Well,
what's
it's the
length
root of
the
50, isn't it?
cliff
So
down,
if-
and then
if-
what's
if it-
the like distance from the bottom of the cliff to the wolf?
Hang on. If you wanted to be mathematically correct, it is.
The root of 500? No. 50 feet, you said.
50 feet by 60 feet.
Isn't it going to be like 95?
50 squared plus 60 squared.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Equals
So the
whatever
root-
it is squared, so the root of whatever that is. But I haven't got a calculator on hand.
It's gonna be fucking huge.
Well, no, because you root it.
But the thing you root is gonna be 50 squared plus 60 squared. Oh fuck, never mind.
Nerds.
Experience.
2,500 plus 3,600 equals 6,100, and root that. Yeah, Gucci.
So
78.1.
wait, yeah, 70,
78 feet.
78.
Wow.
78 foot.
Wow. Isn't
There
that?
you go.
Wow. Okay.
Does that make a
So-
difference,
Oh,
Sabriel?
within
That's not
range.
disadvantage
No, I'm still
though,
not
isn't
going to
it?
go for it.
Oh.
No.
What? I thought it was 80
It's
foot.
six-
Go
Yeah, it's-
on.
Yeah, it's 78.
So it's not disadvantage.
Can I
Huh.
shoot it
No.
because
Come
I'm
on.
only attack of opportunities?
You've already taken a shot this turn.
Right, yeah, I'm just joking.
But we went through the math to show that it's a normal shot for you. You might as well take it.
I
See,
thought,
my teachers always thought I was never going to
Fine.
use Pythagoras. Here we are.
I know, D&D. It's
I've-
great.
I've used
Pythagoras
it.
is one of the ones that is actually useful.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I've used it to
Use
bring up
Pythagoras.
Differentiation and integration. not so much. But Pythagoras.
Oh god, we're back to AS level now. Ugh.
Yeah.
I can always remember how to
Oh.
work out
Done.
blue circumference from a song.
I mean, I can start talking about matrices if you want and imaginary numbers.
So,
My
the
imaginary
shots.
numbers is just... yeah.
Are you taking a shot on them?
Well, yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it to be a 1.
I thought you just wanted to make a point with that.
I was making a point, but you know, so to help you out,
Made, use it.
Yeah.
the DM tried to cheat us.
What's that got?
23.
Different...
Oh,
23 to
yeah.
hit, will hit, you can roll damage.
Yeah, differential equations. That's the fucking worst. Hit it.
No, it depends what you-
Differentiation's
way
easy.
fucking-
Differentiation is easy. Integration fucking sucks.
Integration is easy. What the
No,
fuck
it
are you on?
isn't. Integration's really hard.
Integration's the hard part of differentiating.
Speaking of
No.
maths, we've kind of
Anyway,
gone off
stop
on a tangent
derailing my
here, haven't we?
session, Alex. I'm not talking maths, I dropped it for a reason.
7
Actually, I didn't drop
damage.
Okay, you take the shot and it's quick and it lands. You just hear this kind of downstairs as the arrow lands itself, but the wolf just kind of slumps and it runs into the woods as best it can.
Nice shot. Like you knew the
But-
maths on that perfectly.
I'll whisper this to you, Sabriel, since you are looking in that direction.
I'm still fucking stunned. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh no.
I'm just trying to rugby tackle the wolf. I miss. Saber just no scoped.
By the way, they've no scoped nothing because we've had no idea that there's a wolf down there.
Oh, James fucking no scope.
No, James used power word timidness.
I wish them to die.
Jays became Black Bolt and just whispered, "Die."
I'm sorry. Sorry.
You just bear 3 walls, by the way. That's what's happened. There's nothing left. It's just like a pink mist.
Yeah. Hey, sound is a powerful force, alright? As Nolan is feeling from that far away.
That was fucking awesome.
It's a very long whisper.
But next time,
Okay.
fucking warn me.
Maybe if you had better eyes.
I mean, I saw them.
No, you
I wasn't
just-
expecting the
didn't
fucking
was
end of the
Strahd.
world explosion.
Sorry, but there are 2
Nolan
wolves
shit
left.
his jorts. Nolan shit his jorts is what's happened.
Have we missed something? There's 2 wolves left, pal.
No, they
No.
fucked off.
Pissed off.
They're
they're
running
not.
off.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like 3 of them.
Yeah, you
died,
did
the other
miss
one got
something.
shot.
Oh,
I know you've just done like a sound spell, but don't be deaf.
Irina kind of looks and goes, "See? They're not a threat until they are." Still, good to know we've got a powerful wizard with us. That makes life easy.
Yeah, one.
it's not just fire that I bring to the party.
Don't want to be rude, but Sabriel, I'm not particularly sure you were shooting in the right direction.
There was another one down there.
And Irina kind of looks over the ledge and goes, "I don't see it."
Can I walk
It's
up
not
to
there anymore.
the 3 wolves and see if they're like normal wolves or if they're tampered with in an undead way?
Sure, roll
No-
me a survival check.
Nolan. They just missed.
Oh my god, the wolves made
Fuck.
a mist.
Guidance.
The mist?
The mist wolves.
He
They're back.
cursed them with a sound
Vampires
spell.
confirmed.
I'm over it.
Missed wolfers. The scarring on their body, it's hard to tell.
Oh yeah.
You're not particularly used to wolves, and some of them, all 3 of them are different sizes, but I would say they're certainly not as big as the ones you saw accompanying Strahd.
All right. Well, one thing's for certain: they do look like wolves.
Thanks, Nolan. I gathered that when I burst 3 of them into pieces.
Did your god tell you that? Because if he did, I think I should change religion.
He did not. It's
God
my
of the
own
obvious, maybe.
massive intellect talking.
I see.
Brain the size of a galaxy over here.
Very smooth, very wide.
Very demure.
Well, shall we get the hell out of here to the mountain path and not be surrounded by woods?
We've probably only bought a few hours of respite before they return in greater numbers. Let's away then.
Lead on.
Well, I guess none of the rest of you saw it, but there was another wolf down at the down the slope.
Did you get it?
Well, I think I hit it, but it got away. It did look like there were 2 much larger wolves, possibly. Something a lot bigger in the tree line, though.
Oh.
So, I mean,
What, like
I know these
watching?
ones look like... Maybe. I know these ones look like normal wolves, but whatever it sort of retreated to looked maybe more like the ones we saw when we encountered Strahd. I don't know, it's quite far away though.
That would be unusual behaviour, no? Could I think of any time wolves have done that sort of things, maybe?
Roll a survival check. Or a nature check, I suppose it would be, actually.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
What's your ruling on us knowing things in real life and bringing that into the game?
Don't.
Because what?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't unless it's combat.
Yeah.
Don't unless it's
No,
combat.
no.
Like, if you're fighting a fire elemental, you're not going to use fire. Like, that's fine.
No, it's because it's more obviously because people should know that wolves are territorial and won't
Yeah, but your
normally
characters-
attack unless.
Your character might not necessarily. I would still ask for
Okay.
a roll.
Also, it's magic bullshit wolves got us at
Well,
least.
exactly. Considering where we are, it's like don't take natural rules for granted.
What
It was very intelligent for a wolf as to what they were trying to do, you realise. They were very clearly hoping to get one of you off of the cliff, and whilst you were scrambling down at the bottom, another was to drag you into the woods. That isn't unheard of, but it's rare for a pack to be that intelligent.
It's almost coordinated.
Correct.
It's like there was a plan.
Exactly.
Someone else controlling them.
The creatures
Okay.
of this land appear to be a bit smarter, isn't that right, Blue?
And it just nods very quickly.
Bloody blazer.
Not as smart as you, my dear, though.
John, were you about to say something? Sorry.
No.
I think it was Nolan I cut off.
Oh.
I kind of forgot.
Someone. Oh, okay. You forgot.
Oh yeah. Remind me to keep you close at hand if we ever get ambushed again.
Who, me or John?
Yeah, you, James.
Me?
I think.
The one who just...
Oh,
Hey.
I
I think John is the one to keep close at hand. He is a strong presence, reassuring presence, after all. I merely.
I went to 2 kick-footer fucking wolf.
Demure
about-
presence.
I am the mindful presence among us. Okay.
I'm assuming you're walking and talking, by the way.
Sure.
Oh
why
yeah,
not?
definitely.
My dice are clearly recovering from the ass kicking I got from Strahd, so
They're never going to recover, pal. I'm sorry. That's fair to die, and it was also a curse. It was called your rolls are always -5, what they're actually meant to be.
You should have seen the in-person group I play with on Wednesday. The girl rolled a critical one 4 times in a row.
oh,
Has she considered rolling better?
That's what I said.
This
And
is
then
a skill
even,
issue.
even better, I said, "Here, let me do it. Watch this 14," and I rolled, and it was a 14. So,
Rigged dice,
Bro.
rigged dice, rigged.
Bro, you're never beating the allegations.
Emily can vouch. Okay. You follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of the mountain, and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm, with gargoyles cloaked in this black moss perched on the corners of the bridge. Sorry, just turning things down. Their frowns are weather-worn, and on the mountainous side of the bridge, you see a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 foot below. As the pool feeds into a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. And as you look upon the bridge, alone at its midpoint, you see a figure clad in rusting armor, clutching a gleaming longsword in which its hands rest upon the pommel of a sword like this, with the edge planted firmly on the ground.
Does this figure look alive?
You could roll me a perception check.
As in sense of is there movement?
It's hard to tell. You're not quite close enough, but it's moving.
I'll take it.
Like it's not necessarily moving. Like it is planted, but like you can see its head kind of like looking around and whatnot. It is not just a statue. I suppose would be the fair statement.
So, John,
Yeah.
since you're taking the lead, introductions.
I mean, I assume we've all kind of like bunched up at this point.
Mhm.
As we're inspecting the bridge. Yeah, yeah.
I have you kind of like stood at the end, kind of waiting to cross, just awkwardly stood there in a clump.
All right, good. Grok, you're the best in introductions, I feel.
Can I just inspect the bridge? I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's sort of like what we're looking at here, like sort of stone.
Exactly. There's just a few gargoyles kind of like perched at the front and end.
It ain't gonna break.
Correct.
So may I make an investigation of the gargoyles that are there?
They're technically a water feature if there's a waterfall, right?
Well, I mean,
What are you looking for the bridge?
I'm
Sorry.
just gonna look at the gargoyles, see if we can tell anything by looking at their stonework.
Sure. Roll me a history check.
So I'm not proficient in it, but do I just add +4 anyway because of stone cunning?
Yeah.
Or not?
Yes,
I did
exactly.
push it also.
Okay, so that'll be 14 in actuality then.
Okay.
Guidance.
Can add a d4.
Hey, 18.
Okay. Yeah, they're gargoyles.
Groundbreaking, alright.
There's not much. No, you don't really recognize the stone masonry. They're just kind of basic decor, quite gothic in nature,
Would
but
seem to be around the same age as the bridge.
yeah.
Not like a more recent addition, more.
I see what you're pining
for.
for. Yes, they are very firmly connected to the bridge.
For now.
All right.
Right, I walk across the bridge towards this the living dead, whatever the hell is on the bridge,
Okay.
and I raise my hand and say, "Greetings."
And it kind of raises its head up, and you get a much better look at it.
Revenant.
Ah, okay.
And it raises its mouth, looks at you, and goes, "Old things are sterling, and the Lord of Castle Ravenloft roams the valley. Tell me, whom do you serve? Is it him?"
Most certainly not.
No. Can I inspect his armor to see? Look, his that picture. It looks kind of.
What you see, what you get.
Does his knee guard have dragons on them?
I was just about to say that, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Fucking cool. So I pull out the amulet, hold it up, and I'm like, "Do you recognize this?"
Where'd you get that from, Nolan?
Ah, it was in the watchtower, back yonder.
And the figure kind of leans forward and goes, "Let these weary eyes catch a closer look."
I walk closer and show it to him.
Aye, it belongs to the Order of the Silver Dragon. Do you oppose the Lord of Castle Ravenloft? Yes or no?
We have a somewhat
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, you will
Will do.
forgive my lack of trust, but I just wanted confirmation.
And
Alright.
forgive Grolk, he has a habit of rambling when asked simple questions.
I was literally about to answer, you cut me off.
You were
I was
yapping.
literally...
He asked a simple question.
Well, I'd say we're not in the
all 3 times!
You did.
in the.
I was
Good.
literally
issue.
mid-answer.
in the good graces of the Lord.
Because they do, yeah.
Say
Rather
again.
the opposite. We're not exactly in the good graces of Lord of Ravenloft. We're quite the opposite, I'd say.
And it would seem that we are friends after all.
Good to hear.
I
I
fought
must-
and survived. John says somewhat proudly.
Well, at least one of us has then.
The emotional
Ah.
damage.
But why do you travel with a child? And the creature clearly looks at Grok.
He's not a child. He's just.
And let the creature speak for himself.
All right.
Well, children should be seen and not heard.
Let
So
the child speak for himself. Boy, do they mean to harm you. And the Revenant clearly looks at you, Grok.
looks down at you.
I mean, that's what everyone does. Get it? Because
Sapa?
he's small.
Yeah, sorry, I was typing shit up. Seemingly not, though. It depends sometimes with the green one over there.
Would you like me to save you?
That should be fine for now, though. If I ever need aid against such a foe, I may call upon you if you linger around this region. I'd say sort of like a joking manner. Like, because, you know, I'm definitely not always going to know where he is.
Do you travel west?
We do. We are heading
Hey.
towards Balaki.
To be fair, Serpon answers better than most of you, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure where you're chatting.
Doesn't mean it's wrong.
Then you must look for the manor upon the hill. Seek out Sir Godfrey Gwilym. He awaits those who would raise their swords against the very darkness of the land. And it would seem that that is what you seek.
Thank you.
I know you've got glasses, James, but did you want to get any fucking closer to your screen then? I can't see it.
I can't see you, pal.
The fucking gun swindle.
Like, he's getting the spelling, you dickhead. What did Strahd do to your order?
It is not my place to say. I have been restricted from such. If you wish to know more, you must seek out Sir Godfrey.
Is he
Will you
your
join us?
commander or friend?
He is not my commander, but aye. He was a close friend.
Would you be opposed of telling me the story behind this order? And the purpose of this order?
It is not my place. If you wish to learn more and seek out, then look for the house upon the hill.
What's your,
What's that, sorry, Sabri?
what's your name?
I do not remember. Names lose their meaning after such a time, but I am sure it is not relevant. Only
you
my
know-
duty.
I'm sure it is.
How long have you been guarding this bridge for?
Time is but a construct that loses purpose when you do not get the gift of death. You will forgive me when I cannot give you an answer. but a very long time.
Why are you guarding it?
Because I raised my voice against my commander and was banished. Now I stand like my brothers and sisters in arms, watching the dark places of this land and awaiting an order that will never come.
Since you guard the bridge, would you allow us passage?
You oppose the enemy of the land. You are always welcome to come and go as you please.
I don't suppose you encountered a group of villagers coming across this bridge many weeks past, on their way to the capital?
Many people come and go as they please. It was only the other day when a black carriage rolled through. But a group of villagers on foot did pass this way.
Black carriage? Did you know anyone that was inside?
The lord of the land. It would take many more than one soldier to fight the beast von Zarovich. I confess I am not at liberty to try and stand in his way, lest I would not be able to gather new allies, such as yourselves.
Well, if someone were to stand against the Lord of the Land, would you be opposed of helping if you're called upon?
It is not my place to make that decision.
It's the place of Sir Godfrey, I guess.
It would not be his, no. It would be the commander.
Oh. And who is the commander? What's his name?
He goes by Vladimir Horngard.
And where do you know where we might find him?
Yes, upon the manor upon the hill.
Okay. Yeah. What hill?
Seek it west from the walled city. It would be very hard to miss.
Southwest. The Wood City, is it?
The walled
Walled.
city.
Ah,
You took
Thank you.
one for lucky?
If that is how you call it, then maybe, mayhaps.
Did you travel the valley much prior to guarding this bridge?
In death or in life? The answer is the same for both. I do not remember.
do you remember why this medallion is ice cold to the touch?
I do not.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting us pass and giving us answers to where we might find people.
May you walk in Saint Markovia's light. And it steps to the side and opens up its hands to gesture for you to pass.
Thank you. And may you walk in health, protection. There we are.
As the last of you who's taken up the rear walks past, assuming anyone else doesn't want a conversation.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
No, leave it.
You want to explain the thought before dismissing?
No, because his last answer kind of, I don't think he'll know anything. So.
Wouldn't hurt to ask.
I'm, well, no, I guess he's been reasonably friendly and approachable. It's more about the cards. His comment about guarding the dark place of the land. It's both vague and specific.
What card are you thinking about, though?
Bless you.
I tried to find my mute button, but just turned my volume down instead.
MT. Either Elementalist or Traitor. There's something I wanted to ask about one of the two there, but I don't know.
I haven't got my notes with me, so I can't really see.
Okay. No, I'll leave it. I'll leave it.
The things about the cards? Like the descriptions?
me?
for them?
No, I've got no. That's why
I
I've.
mean,
That's
okay,
like, literally this whole and ahhing has been me debating whether or not to ask him about it. But
Maybe the lost soul kind of leads us to the olden times.
Hang on, Serpent, you're very quiet for me for some reason.
I moved my microphone away a bit.
Oh, there you go. Say again?
I mean, he could be the lost soul.
It could be, yeah.
I mean, he did mention the commander and a friend of his, so that could be alright if you want to go down that path.
Yeah. I mean, ask him about Amber Doors, right? Have you heard about something of Amber Doors?
That's one I was on with an ahhing about. I appreciate your knowledge about this may be limited, but I feel compelled to ask. Do you recall anything of Amber Doors in the land?
The Revenant stiffens, and then, if an undead face could show emotion, he clearly frowns and goes, "You meddle with things that ought not to be meddled with."
We heard of them in relation to the ability of us to combat the Lord of this land. We want to find what we can to aid in that quest.
The Revenant tuts, and it looks like it's about to say something, but then it catches itself and goes, "I am bound to never reveal the secrets of that which we once guarded, but Sir Godfrey may be able to provide more."
Very well, thank you.
And you can have inspiration for bringing it up as well, because that's information that my Group 1 literally got 4 sessions ago.
Oh.
Poggers. Yeah, I'm stacking inspiration boys. I'm on like 3 that I can't use.
Never mind, you gain nothing then.
Knowledge, I gain knowledge.
Knowledge.
TLDR, Godfrey's the man. This nameless chap
Yeah.
don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll carry on then, I guess.
Before you go, those who walk in the skin of wolves haunt the forest to the west. Once they did not travel those who travelled the roads. But something has changed. Now their hunger for human flesh cannot be sated. Travel safe, and look after one another.
Thank you for the warning.
Werewolf?
Well,
Furries?
The real horror. Combat rating 12. Okay. And you get to the other side of the bridge, where you're greeted by this, once again, mountainous path. Assuming you're walking it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For roughly 30 minutes and, by your estimation, what, 1.5 miles? You continue down the winding road, which climbs a short distance north, before bending west to avoid a bald-headed peak on the right, with its craggy cliffs bearing an array of sharp rocks that jut out over the roadway. It's not long, however, before the road bends north once again, with a second hill arising from the fog on your left, with twisted trees that dot its steep slopes. Their branches reach out like gnarled fingers. And as you travel deeper between the hills, the road narrows and the cliffs grow tall, and soon the hills fall away once more, the road continuing forth into a small fog-choked basin. Even here, in the mountains, the forest and the fog are just inescapable, and ahead the dirt road splits in two, widening towards the east, where you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting the eastern branch was once a much more important thoroughfare. And so, which road are you taking? East or west?
West.
West.
Fuck.
Probably for the best if you don't want to go to the front door of Castle Ravenloft.
You're not feeling like it right now. I mean,
I
I
want
mean,
a
he's
round two.
He's, he's maybe not at home at the moment.
yeah.
Hmm.
Low-key, good point. Listen, how bold are we feeling?
Welcome to Arc R. Okay. Ahead, with the mountainous region, you see a familiar sight. Jutting from the rock and woods are high stone buttresses, looming grey within the fog. And this time this isn't just the landing page.
Oh.
Huge iron gates hang on the stonework, with dew clinging with a cold tenacity to the rusted bars, with two headless statues of armed guardians flanking the gate, their heads now lying amongst the weeds at their feet, greeting you with an unceremonious silence. Real.
It isn't. There is indeed a lot of silence. Yes.
You can just walk past if you wish.
Is there any like inscriptions next to the statues or anything like that?
You could just roll me a perception check.
Perception. And guidance on that as well.
Okay.
Slash roll 1d4. Oh,
Okay.
21.
No, not really. You see the gates are very old and very worn and haven't been very well maintained.
Hmm?
But it's almost identical to the gates you saw when you first entered the lands of Barovia.
Oh.
Is there anything off the path?
Not really, no.
Anyone have any idea what it might signify that these are like close to identical to the ones we came across?
Yeah, guess it could signify, if that was us entering the Valley of Barovia, this could signify an exit, possibly, into the lands more closely associated with the capital, rather than Ravenloft or the village.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Idea, yeah.
Okay. Assuming you're walking on?
Yep.
For a further 45 minutes along roughly 2.5 miles of the road, you continue, passing between a patch of dark woods, and the air here is as quiet as the grave, with the trees standing perfectly still in the unnerving silence. John, that's when you see a grave. Just kind of on the side of the road. With you leading the way, you're the first to spot it.
Is it just one single grave on its own?
It's just one single grave.
I kind of hold a hand up to stop everybody and just walk over to the grave to inspect it, see if there's any names on it.
Yeah, there's a name. John Smith.
Turn back to the rest of the group and say, so, when was anyone going to tell me that I was dead?
Could have told you that at the crossroads.
Well, that's the thing. No one else sees the grave. And as you turn back, there just isn't a grave there.
What are you talking about?
What grave?
What do you mean you were dead? You're obviously alive. You're standing right here.
Sadly.
I think we need to keep our wits about us.
Oh.
These lands are trying to mess with us.
Doesn't seem
I mean-
Strahd left many left in your head.
Yeah. You want to talk to someone? I'm always here for
Interesting.
psychological debate. If you
Look.
ever need head shrink.
Listen, priest, I saw a grave. There's no grave. Clearly, I'm seeing visions.
Yeah,
It'd
and
be
if you want
wise
to
if
talk
everybody
about
else-
it,
It'd be wise if everybody else keeps their wits about them, in case anyone else gets affected.
John, there really was nothing there.
Yes,
Are
I
you
know.
sure?
That's why I'm saying. That's
Do you
why I'm
mind-
saying I had a vision.
Do you mind if I... And she gestures to your bandages.
I kind of shrug it off and keep walking.
And
just leave him be. He'll
That's
talk to
great,
us when he
but-
feels comfortable with talking about it.
that's great, but if rot sets in, I think he'll be disappointed he's missing an arm.
I won't.
Stop it, you love him really.
That's a strong
Okay.
word.
It's a canon event.
I kind of stop and turn around and see everyone just talking amongst themselves. Shall we proceed at all, or are we having a mothers' meeting?
I proceed along next to John, and
I don't think I have
Say
any
nothing.
children, but sure, lead the way.
As a walk, I just say, I think he has his love set on someone else. As I look at Irina.
Good luck to him. And she chuckles and walks after. Not far from the road, as you continue walking, nestled in an overgrown underbrush, stands a mossy stone slab about 5.5 foot in height, and it rests on an old cracked stone circle with some kind of carving.
I'll take a look at the carving.
Did you see this?
Same. Oh, there's a raven and a Mercedes logo.
You see the crude carving of a raven over an engraved three-pointed star, the grooves of which are lined with lichens and mosses.
Hmm.
All right.
Are you familiar with the iconography here, Irina?
Nothing I've seen.
Hmm.
No, sorry, I remember I don't really get out of the village much.
Fair enough, but I feel like you have a better chance of knowing it than we do.
No, I agree, but I'm afraid
No worries.
not.
So,
Japes,
hello.
you sense anything magical in the area?
What, generally, or
Yeah, generally.
I sense John's?
More coming off this
Uh,
fucking stone.
From the stone specifically. That I may be able to do something with. I was gonna say I don't think I can generally detect anything. Yeah, I mean I can have a
If
look
you would
around, see if there's
like one
anything.
of us to detect if there's any magic about, I could have a look.
Bros had
if
detect
so
magic
wish.
this whole time.
Oh, we did. Fucking hell. Can you check
Fuck
my?
me.
Did you ever ask me to detect magic on the amulet?
We
You didn't
did
even
not.
tell
I'm
us
really
you found
sorry.
the
I
amulet
meant
until we
before
got to
this
the
session,
bridge.
but whatever.
I
no,
did tell
it's
you
not
all that I found the.
And he,
fucking-
don't Nolan
No,
did.
you
Oh
didn't.
Not
right.
till
I
the
didn't-
bridge.
I
Because
didn't,
I
No.
literally
didn't
made a
tell
point of
you
it on the
two.
bridge. You
Mhm.
didn't tell me you found the amulet,
True.
and then you never mentioned about detecting magic.
Yeah, that's fair.
about it
That's fair.
True.
That's fair.
until someone said
bad.
the exact words, and then I jumped in.
Yeah, my bad.
Me and Grok were talking about it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Give me
Right,
the amulet.
Would you like me to see if I can?
Yeah, look at this amulet. Do you what kind of magic it is to keep it making it so fucking
Do
cool?
we need to
Remember,
do
detect
anything?
magic is a ritual spell, so you could just walk with it in your hand, focusing on it, and after 10 minutes it'll work without costing a spell slot. But if you want it to happen instantly, then you would
I
use a
guess
spell slot.
ritual while walking because there's no urgency right now.
Exactly.
Unless we
Yeah,
Look at the
yeah.
specifically at the monument while we're here.
Um,
Do you want me to detect, like, use a spell slot on the monument and then I walk with the amulet? Or
Well, if we
Yeah.
stay here, it gives me time to change John Smith's bandages, I
mean,
guess.
yeah, I'd say stay
Right,
here. 10
John
minutes.
Smith?
so?
And she
detect-
glares at you.
So
Not
10
going to pick up a
minutes
hissy
ritual.
fit this time?
If it keeps you quiet, woman, go ahead and I kind of hold my arm out for her to do her thing.
Sounds like there's trouble in paradise.
And she starts unweaving your bandages and just replacing them with new ones. But she notes that the wounds look like they're healing very nicely.
It's just his head, Arena.
Mm-hmm.
I thank her and say no more.
Okay. The detect magic on the amulet.
Yeah.
I don't believe you sense anything.
Oh no.
I don't sense anything obvious with the amulet, though. I'm still assuming it still feels ice cold to touch no matter what.
Yeah, it's still cold.
It does.
Whatever it is not something I can distinguish.
Okay. Thank you for trying, though.
I'll pass the
Appreciate
amulet
it.
back to Nolan.
I'll grab it.
Precious.
If I look at the like raven on the three-pointed star,
Mhm.
is there a chance I might have seen it anywhere in the valley before, either in the village or?
Yeah,
Yes.
you've seen many ravens.
Where,
That insignia specifically.
something like that.
No.
Yeah.
that's
I
the first.
don't remember it being described, but
What about you, Blue? Do you recognize it?
And it shakes its head.
Well, whereabouts are we? Like, in relation to where we're going?
Who are you asking?
You.
Are we halfway there?
I can't tell you that.
Are we,
I can
are we
tell
there
you
yet?
where we're
What?
at, but
What time of day is it?
or how long have we been traveling?
I mean, it's coming to kind of past midday, yeah. But
So about halfway.
you've still
there.
got plenty of time.
Let's say we're probably off the map for Samuel's run.
Alright. Alright.
Maybe.
We've had the turn off, haven't we, to go Ravenloft?
Actually, it depends how much of
Yeah.
the map I actually drew out. I
Basically,
might not
just
draw out
after,
everything.
just after the turn off for Ravenloft, it's just a little bit, so I'd assume we're deep in the woods now.
Alright, right. Alright.
Should we just keep going?
May as well.
Do it.
Keep our eyes
Okay.
out for any graves along the way.
Alright.
I forgot I didn't draw out the rest of what you gave me, Jake.
I basically gave you the road to Valaki. It stops after Valaki.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put the rest of it there afterwards.
Sure, makes sense. I'll obviously update your landing page to have more of the map Fog of War revealed as well.
Thank you.
Okay. For a further 45 minutes, along roughly 2.5 miles of the road, you continue. As you pass between a patch of dark woods, the air still remains as quiet as the grave, but you continue on. And the road soon emerges from the woods once more, now veering between these two hills, and before long, the hill path bends to the north, hugging the base of a mountain. As the Aldsvardic road transitions from being a winding path through the Ballinlock Mountains to a lazy trail that now hugs the mountainside, descending into a fog-filled valley. And in the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake. Its waters are dark and still, and this is quite far in the distance. You're kind of looking over a treetop canopy as you're kind of walking down the hill, if that makes sense. Like, you can see it far away. But a branch in the road leads west to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, with its warped wooden vane stripped bare.
Mm-hmm.
Should you call it pro what?
I misspoke.
Oh,
Yeah, there's no way
I
back-
was...
There's no way I could say that word.
Promontory is what I tried to say, but I added an O.
Right.
It's because I wrote it wrong.
This might
Basically,
be-
a high point of land on a rock.
Shall we take a detour to the windmill?
Might as well. While we're here.
I assume this is the windmill they spoke of back in Barovia.
Yeah, with the excellent pies, right?
Be nice to have a hearty meal.
It would indeed.
Shall we away then?
Aye.
1 second.
So wait, are we in a separate, technically, valley right now, or?
It's kind of like a
is this
mini valley.
also called Barovia? If the answer is yes, I'm finding your home address. I don't need to know the name. I just need
Are
to
we
know the
not?
name of the valley. Is it Barovia?
I thought the whole thing we were in was the Valley of Barovia.
You are, but this is more like a land feature, whereas it's kind of like a valley within a valley. Like the whole land is kind of a bunch of mountainous regions, with the Valley of Barovia being within those mountainous regions. This is more like a localized version of that. So you've kind of gone down into a small path that goes along a valley with like a windmill and a road that continues around, where it kind of then levels off where there's less mountains. You'll see when we clear the fog. Okay.
To the windmill.
To the wall.
You see-
Oh.
One moment.
Consult the oracle.
You see the onion. Yeah, okay. You see the onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy grey sky. You see grey brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors, with a decrepit wooden platform encircling the windmill above a flimsy doorway, leading to the building's interior. You'll be in the top left.
Yeah, it's fucking dilapidated. Alright. Fuck, you know. Hungry as I am, I walk up to the front door.
The raven pecks at your cheek, Grolk, and it just goes.
Don't think it's a good idea, do you, Blue?
Still walking up.
Nolan,
Yeah.
maybe. No.
Why?
Maybe listen to the
Blue
magical
here
words
is
that-
saying it's a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And then you hear the sound of a small wooden wheel rolling across damp cobbles, and you trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure bundled in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog. And as you turn, you see an elderly woman humming a gentle tune to herself, with a bright smile across her face. Her skin is sagged and sprinkled with wrinkles, with her cheeks a bright red overlapping the dimples as she smiles to herself. And you've obviously already had this, Hannah, but I'll give it to you officially. As you hear, hello, dearies! I did not expect such weary traveler! I hope the road's not been too hard on you? My, you're so big and strapping! You remind me of a couple of long gloves.
Wait, a couple of what?
Don't ask questions.
That's the old lady.
But, welcome to my mill, and I trust you're, well, why are you here?
We are weary travelers, and
That's
we heard...
great. Can you be a dear and help me bring this in?
Sure.
I just kind of like glance over to Blue and like raise an eyebrow as I was like, what do you think?
You see Blue is actually lost in, like, thought, until she just very slowly nods.
I walk down to help her. Where the fuck is she though?
I haven't given her a token yet.
Is she here?
I
Yeah,
haven't spawned the boss yet.
it's more like a, well, I just need to chuck it into the circle maker, that's all. She looks at you and goes, "Why, so handsome, your jawline is so chiseled. Why, you could cut diamonds with that thing, look at it! Do you mind?" And she basically just grabs your torso and like runs her arm down your belly. My, very metallic.
Me?
Perhaps I'll see you not in your armor one of these days if I'm a lucky lady. And she gives you a sly wink.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
Stop it, I'm way out of your
League?
league.
Yeah.
And she chuckles and goes, "But you're not here to flirt with a beautiful woman like myself.
Alas, no.
Who the fuck are you, anyway?"
Oh, fresh
No,
cow is this?
no disrespect, but I've never seen such, And she looks John Smith up and down. Interesting skin.
Well, as my dear friend here told you, we're weary travelers, and we heard about lovely pies from the village of Barovia, and we came to. Well, I mean, when we were passing through here, we thought, hey, let's stop by, grab some pie, buy some pie.
Wow, aren't you the damnedest fucking luckiest motherfucker in the valley?
I
I've
guess
just
so.
returned from Vallaki, and I've got a couple of things left after feeding the hungry deers outside the gates.
Oh,
I don't have much. I have bat and wolf. That's all I can offer you.
I love me some bat.
Horse dear. I would recommend you save them for after dinner, though. They're much nicer after after an after-dinner treat, especially if you wash it down with some wine.
All right.
What do you think, Blue? Bat?
And she just looks at you like,
Yes.
Not wolf then, no?
"Why, you've got such a cute pet. Do you mind?
I'm
My
not
pets
sure-
live in the house."
What do you think, Blue? Do you want to say hello? Or are you feeling a bit shy?
And Blue, you know that face kids look at you where they're like pleading, like,
No.
Blue's
"I'm
a bit-
going to do it anyway."
Deck safe, deck safe, deck safe!
Why are you so rude?
Nah,
I just gave you free food, you ungrateful fuck.
Nah, Blue's just a little bit high strung.
Ah.
He's had a rough few days.
Who's the father of this boy here? You must teach him some manners.
That will be the green-skinned one.
Well, how does it fucking work?
It fucking doesn't. Nolan,
Well,
shut
he
your
does.
trap.
Okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
Anyway, you're boring. Sure. Fine, I won't pet the damned thing.
How many pies can you offer?
One. One.
All right.
Free. I can give you free.
All
That's
right.
all I
How,
have left.
how much do you want for them?
Now we've not met. How about you tell me your names?
Oh, how rude of me. My name is Nolan Jacobs. I'm a
Bit of a mouthful, but okay.
very
And the rest of you?
yes, I-
Go on, John, get out of the way.
Yeah, you know the rules.
and so do I.
My name's John, and I kind of just look away and wander off somewhere else.
John Smith. I had.
Say the line, Jake.
You sound like you're trying to cast a fucking spell. Who has 9 letters in a name? Boring.
There is no punchline, I don't get it. I'm going to win bingo today, Jake.
And the rest of you? Come on, speak up. Granny's not got all night.
Rolka Greenbane, this is my companion Blue for the moment.
Hello, Blue. Sorry I'm not allowed to pet you. Very inventive name. Did you think of that all yourself, big boy?
I literally don't know if she's talking to the bird or me, considering the context of this situation.
She's looking at you.
It's a name I took after an unfortunate circumstance.
Granny looks at Sabriel and goes, "Best make sure you keep an eye on the pies, huh?" Don't want any tubby fella stealing them all now, do we?
You calling me Tubby?
If the shoe fits, I suppose.
I think the implication is that the shoe won't fit for much longer.
That'll be the only thing
Now,
not fitting.
dear, there's no need to be nasty. I've been nothing but kind to you. I mean, look at this one here. And she basically pokes James in the belly. Like, genuinely putting goes, "You're practically wasting away."
Take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Well, they were going to go to waste, but I'm glad they found a new home in the warmth of your belly. Well, my name is not Granny.
What
I'm
is
sure
your
it
name?
isn't,
No, Granny is fine.
but it's not your name.
Oh, of course it's not. That would be a stupid name. Think
It
for
would.
1 minute, wouldn't
And
you?
it would also be stupid to acquire the names of others and not produce your own, would it not?
Well, people call me Granny. By all accounts and purposes, that is my name, and it is what I go by, and you will respect my decision.
So be it.
Otherwise, I can call you something if you want. How about fuckface? That's what I thought, young man. Don't be so fucking rude. You remind me of my daughters. Not the orphanage's finest, are you?
Yes, this is all very interesting. Can we leave now?
Have I got in my pie?
Yep, so I'd say Nolan, James, and...
Oh, I have no pie.
Okay. Nolan, Sabriel, well, whoever wants a pie, basically.
I'll take a bat pie for blue.
There you go, dear, enjoy.
Thank you.
How much?
And
No, there's no need to pay.
okay.
Consider it a gift.
Thank you very much, Craig. And have a safe journey on your way to your next
James.
village.
Was it James?
I never said my name.
Grog did for you.
Fuck's sake, Grog.
A DM is very perceptive. Or a DM is making it up.
Yes,
No, I said
Granny.
Nolan should fuck off.
Oh, okay. Well, the small one, the skinny one.
Yes.
Small doesn't exactly work since I'm here, but okay.
I feel like we've got on a wrong foot. How about you come give Granny a nice firm handshake?
You mean you won't intrude on my personal space again?
I pinky promise.
Roll
She holds her
insight.
hand out, kind of. Okay.
I pinky
I can-
promise. Cope.
I kind of walk over to say
Large
say
amounts
with-
of cope.
And guidance on that as well.
You can't guide insight checks
Oh, I can't. Okay, sorry, but
because you would have to know that he's inciting, which not really possible. You can't read
Depends
his
what I'm
mind.
inciting.
Exciting.
Coined it.
revolution.
She says it with a bit of a like. You interpret it more like a joke.
Mm-hmm. I find her whole appearance a joke, but alas. Not
How
meaning
rude.
to
Say
ruin
that loud.
not meaning to ruin the moment, I will take the handshake and very rapidly return the hand.
My, such a firm grip. I'm sure you're a delight with the ladies.
You'll
Or
never
the men.
know. Stares
Not as
at
handsome
John.
as this. Not as handsome as this chiseled chap, but not everyone can roll the dice in creation, can they?
No, some people often come up short.
What? Have you know, in my prime, I was at least 6 foot. Granted, the aged have shown their way to my weary bones, but I get to bring a smile to the people of Barovia's face, so
Someone
what
got
I lack in
defensive.
size, I have in a heart.
Someone got defensive. I wasn't even referring to you there, woman.
I'm sorry,
Woman.
but my name is Granny.
Our grannies not women.
Well, I can tell you what I am if you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely bored of him. Anyone else got interesting things to say?
Sorry to say, Granny. It was a pleasure meeting you, but we really need.
Why are
to
you
get-
sorry? Why are you sorry for meeting me? It wasn't that bad, was it?
I said sorry. We need to leave.
What's that?
Give me strength.
Strength? I'm not sure what the pies do with that.
All right.
Happily, I
Thank
have
you,
the
Granny.
intelligence to realise this conversation is going nowhere. Why are we
I
stood at
thought
this
we were talking
windmill?
about strength. Stop raising your voice at me.
Okay.
Seeing as
meanwhile,
this is
while
like a
this
kind of
happening-
dead end,
Bye, Granny.
John walks off.
Yeah,
and
I'm
starts
joining
Bye,
John
Granny.
immediately. I've
Oh,
had
you
enough
got
of
a
this.
goodbye. So fucking rude.
I'm just trying to get for wanting to investigate. To avoid the awkward goodbye, I try to slip into the shadows. Fuck.
Bro tries to sneak his way out.
I
Even
whispered to Jace. I think you're beautiful just the way you are, Jace.
What a strange encounter.
That's going in the quotes.
What a
As-
strange encounter.
As you go to leave, whoever's last, Sabriel, John, and Irina.
Hey,
Granny
John
looks
walks off
you-
first. He just hasn't moved his token.
I walked off first.
Yeah,
He did,
walked
yeah.
out.
He
Okay.
very verbally
In that
walked
case,
off.
Sabriel and Irina, being the last ones to leave, Granny goes, they're all being so rude, but I'll tell you, consider it a down payment for our future pie. Just a warning. There are people from Valakia saying that the guards are confiscating silver items as a tax. But you didn't hear it from me.
Thank you for the information. And thank you for the pies.
That's okay, dear. Enjoy. Pleasant dreams.
Thank you.
And she just wheels her cart in. You can hear her mutter, "Didn't even take it to the fucking house."
Yeah, that was the entire reason Hilda went over in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he walked over, but then he got. He got like molested by Granny.
He got diddled by the granny.
John,
Yeah.
I need a brain shrink session.
We're burning that windmill down in the later session, right? Just saying.
Definitely.
Right, I'm
Gonna
gonna start trying to
scorching
feed bits
ray
of the
that
pie
shit.
to Blue as
What's
we're
wrong with Granny?
Where do I begin?
She's people's favourite character.
She's just a happy little
Oh,
racist
she's
granny.
brilliant.
Leave her
She's
alone.
brilliant. She's also
Alright, Oh,
terrible.
it's alright for her to be racist.
I'm not sure
I'm
racist is
slightly
the only thing
racist.
she is.
Yeah, there's a bit of a longer list than just the R one.
She's add to your notes, you finally met Strahd for the first time.
I was struggling to
Right,
take
that's it,
notes
so
during
that's
that
it.
encounter.
What's that, sorry?
My notes are very simple.
Oh, I see.
Granny's a cunt.
Along those lines, yeah.
As we're walking along, I'm feeding Blue bits of the pie and just say, well, that was very insightful.
And Blue is not even looking at the pie. Every mouthful you offer, she just rears her head back.
You were the one who said you wanted the bat pie. I don't know why you're so upset. It's not that nice.
Hang on, I need to remind myself what the sound effects are.
No.
Where are you?
Yeah,
You used the amulet.
I do.
Blue whistles as you try to feed the pie to her.
Jeez. Okay, hold on. Nature check to see if I know what the fuck that means.
Actually, give me a history check.
Oh, because we don't know the password. Let's go.
It has been used before to signal caution.
I'm just gonna raise my eyes and say, "Careful around the pies."
And it nods.
Careful around Granny.
Okay.
And
wait,
it nods.
Wait, hold on. Let's see.
Oh.
Okay. No, it's not ritual.
So I'd have to outright cast that.
Mhm.
Right, I will cast that outright on the pie after Blue's insight.
No poison.
Seeing Grog attempting to inspect the pie. That sentence. While we're walking, maybe you can try and check for other interference in the pie.
Such as?
I can ritual detect magic while we're walking, I guess.
Okay. As you're walking, you cast your detect magic and you sense enchantment magic coming from it. All of them.
All these pies seem to have some lingering enchantment on them.
Granny did say something about dreams before we left.
So are we saying these pies are going to knock out whoever eats them?
Maybe. Or give us strange dreams. I don't know.
And Blue goes.
Do they? Really? So no one's eating the pies.
Aw, I was really excited for these pies.
Well, we can
I was
read-
excited for being as far away from that windmill as possible, but you know, we don't always get our wish.
For science.
Was science.
Actually finish a conversation about the silver. I actually forgot, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you asked me about the amulet.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Sorry.
I got sidetracked.
that's okay. You may want to conceal the amulet. Apparently the guards are confiscating silver items. If any of you have anything silver,
Yeah.
the guards at Balaki might be confiscating silver items and tax. So
How tight is your arsehole right now?
Not tempted to get 25 silver crossbow bolts up.
I
Not with that
will
attitude.
put it in my boot. Can I put it in my boot?
Irina
In my
looks
boot.
at Saber and goes, "Did she mention anything about my people?"
You people?
Granny,
Yeah.
Wasn't she that? She was the last
She.
one.
I don't think
The
so.
only thing I did pick up on that she mentioned was people being outside of Alaki.
She did
I don't know
say
if it
she-
signify your people.
But they would
But
have been there
maybe.
for 3 months. There's no way they've been there for 3 months.
Well, if the guards are forcing an unreasonable tax, and if even the Stani aren't being
No, you don't understand. If they've been outside for 3 months, how many... We were attacked by wolves ourselves. If they're not behind the walled gates, then they're exposed.
Perhaps. Perhaps it'll do little good to focus on what could be fallen. Now we focus on finding hope.
Okay.
Such a fate is not met.
Okay. Very well. Onwards then.
Onward.
Actually, just before we go any further, in case we get accosted by guards, can I filter all my silver bolts into with the rest of my normal crossbow bolts to try and almost conceal them?
Okay.
It's like they're all in one pillar, so you actually have to take them out to see that they're silver bolts.
Yep.
If I have anything
think I
silver
have.
on me.
make a notch in one of the arrows. So if they ask them to pull out one of the arrows, you know which one to pull out. One that is in silver.
Good idea, no? So I'll notch one of the non-silver bolts.
Okay.
I don't think I have any silver.
I have
No, I
an
don't have
ivory
silver
hairbrush with silver bristles, but I don't know if it means silver coloured or made of literal silver.
Silver
That was
coloured.
just the description.
I'll give Groll the rest of. Oh, you got my silver
Yeah,
crossbow
we
bolts,
did
right?
that when we found Van Ricken's cache. We swapped it all to me.
Cool. I'll delete that from my inventory then. Yeah.
Because I've got crossbow outright, infinite amount of bolts because we're not doing the fucking shit with the standard ammo, and limited silver bullets.
You look there.
Yes.
John, do you still have that bracelet Irina gave you? You took that, right?
I have a
Is
bracelet,
that silver
yeah.
as well?
I don't remember. I've looked at my notes. It's in a little box. Sorry. Hang on. No, I can get on. Hang on my phone. 1 second.
I
The only
can
thing I
find
got now that is silver.
It is a silver bracelet,
it. You might want to conceal that spell then.
which is tarnished.
Jake. The sunrise medallion. What's the material of it?
Sunrise medallion. What, your
Yeah.
starting medallion?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be silver.
Okay, cool.
Have I got anything else in my inventory?
The bracelet I kind of disguise it as another dressing and add it to the bandages.
Okay. Same movement order?
Yeah, as well, so just
Yeah.
also-
Stay so.
Okay. In that case, you travel a further 5 3/4 miles along the road, taking an extra roughly 2 hours, you think, but you are nearing your destination now, as the winding valley road hugs the mountainside, meandering to the north. The dark woods cling to the opposite side of the road, with the tall gnarled trees creeping in as close as they dare, and you can hear the sounds of wind rustling through the leaves, with the occasional creak of branches, and from time to time it almost sounds like the trees are whispering amongst themselves, or stirring their ancient roots within the old rotten mulch. But as the road continues, the forest swallows it up on both sides, with the trees towering far above your heads, blocking out all but the barest hints of grey light. As the very air begins to grow thick and heavy with the scent of moss and decaying leaves, in the distance you hear a raven's gurgling croak, followed by the sound of fluttering wings. And before long, it becomes clear that your presence within the dreary land has not gone unnoticed, as a raven follows you for several minutes, keeping a respectful distance. Blue looks up and immediately takes off from your shoulders and joins with the swarm. But you see Blue kind of circling above you, keeping an eye on you as you travel. Ahead, the trees to the north break, revealing a grassy field. The tall grasses sway in the chill air, and the field stretches until it reaches the shore of a dark, distant lake. Fog clings to the shoreline, and even from a distance, you can hear a faint sound of water lapping against the rock. Irina looks like she's been punched in the stomach, as pale as a ghost. As she turns, she takes off her backpack and just passes it to the person closest to her, probably John Smith, and goes, I'll be right back. And she takes a quick detour across the lake, to the lake, where she stands at its shore.
I follow her.
Give her a minute, Nolan.
You just see her pick up a few pebbles and just skim them across the lake.
I mean, we shouldn't really leave anyone alone, should we?
Well, she's still in sight, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
oh, cool,
Immediately
yeah,
go over
sweet.
and like say, give her
No,
a minute.
that's
If
fair.
she went out of sight, I was going to say same. Stealth.
You take a better look at the lake, and at the foot of a mountain nestled within the misty forest it's quite large. and the water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror, waiting to suck the soul of any who dare look in. Until Irina, you just see her arms kind of go like this from behind. She turns and she walks back and goes, "Okay, sorry, I'm good. Let's go."
Would you like to talk about that?
It just seems familiar, it's all.
In what way?
You laugh at me.
No. Never do that.
I think it's the lake from my dreams.
Oh? What do you remember from it?
Huh? What did you say, sorry?
Like, what
She
do you
snaps
remember?
back.
What, like, now that we're here, you can tell us what happens in the dream and where things come from, so
I
we get them more. If you remember.
Cannot.
Okay.
The lake just has a sense of familiarity to it, that's all. But I know I've never been here, and
Can I check to see if she's lying?
sure, insight check. No, it's hard
Is
to
she
tell.
Speaking.
There's like, you think it's hard to read her. She's quite locked in her own emotional ways.
Well, if you feel like there's something you want to get off your chest every night, we're always here for.
I'll let you know if I
Conversation.
ever figure it out myself, I promise.
Yeah.
But for now, I really want to see where my people are.
Yep, let's keep moving then.
And as quickly as it appeared, the field is swallowed up by the forest again, with the trees closing in around you once more. The dark undergrowth begins to rustle and stir in the wind, and the weight of the forest presses in from all sides. Sabriel, you can't help but shake the sense that you're being watched, as you notice a humanoid shadow flicker in the distance and then vanish from sight.
Can I like actively try and look
Sure.
to see if
Roll me a perception check.
what should be like a 4?
I doubt it with your stat sheet.
Yeah. I think
Now enjoy your 17.
7. 16. Nearly.
No, you can't see it at all. You're sure you saw something humanoid, but it's gone. All you kind of hear and see is just flocks of ravens above you, watching.
Just a bit faster. Keep an eye out.
Okay.
Would
And the
we have
woodland road-
noticed Sabriel trying to perceive this?
The woodland road takes you through a small forested clearing, with a circular tree line littered with dense thickets, with moss-covered boulders and craggy ridges. But then Sabriel, this time, you see a number of amber eyes glaring. And the second you open your voice to alert the party, you just hear as these footsteps begin to run through the woods, their feet crunching on the leaves, the wind's kind of picking up behind them as these 5 wolves leap from the forest with yellow eyes glittering, with their muzzles curling into snarls. And with that, I will need you all to roll me initiative.
Let's okay. Go.
Whoa!
Okay, inspiration.
As obviously we're using the basis of my
Yeah, brother.
echo always
18.
being spawned.
Okay.
No valid token was selected. Fuck, Jake.
14 for me, please.
Your tokens are up, it's on you.
No. There was an 18.
I use inspiration. for the roll.
That's fine, just give me a second, let me roll all the enemies.
Inspiration for
Are
initiative.
we saying, as far as we can tell, these are wolves, or is it a case of we need to investigate more? To
You don't
distinguish?
see anything
Yeah.
just yet. They're dipping and darting in the woods. In fact, you can't even see their initiative roll.
Ow.
God damn it, Sabriel, what's your perception good for? We should be able to tell their exact bloodline.
I mean, I've spotted them.
No.
You didn't even warn
before
us.
I could say anything.
Yeah.
No, Jake literally said.
No, but
before
earlier,
you
the
can
original,
go to
the
get anything.
original,
I gave you your chance.
the original
yeah,
warning.
I don't
You get
know.
one chance.
Yes,
But to be,
but
to be
look, I
fair,
thought I saw
if-
something. I tried to look for it and then I didn't see anything.
You
Oh,
played
so it
well.
wasn't there.
Maybe there's not anything there.
Yeah.
I don't
First
know.
time someone saw
Keeping
something
an eye
that's
out,
not there
but
anymore.
people keep seeing things. It's not there.
Nolan, what was
John
yours,
sees
please?
his grave.
18.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Grog, you've got yours.
Probably
James,
we're
you've
now
got yours.
probably
John
all
Smith, what's
surprised
yours,
apart
please?
from you. John was 14.
14.
14.
sorry, yeah. I didn't know that.
Read the chat, bro.
I'm like my screen is littered right now.
I get it back.
Sabriel?
So many wolves.
19.
Music's
Okay.
jam.
I'm so glad you think so, 'cause you're never gonna hear anything like it again.
I'll just be a moment.
Because it's the Silk Song soundtrack.
We're never hearing it ever again, bro.
Reload, is anyone hearing it?
I don't have headphones connected to things. So
Oh, it's fucking time to play another playthrough of Hollow Knight soon, isn't it?
What? What?
No, he's right.
Interesting.
What?
I clicked reload on roll 20 and it sent me into another roll 20 I'm in. Reloading our roll 20 page sent me into another. What the fuck?
Good app.
Interesting.
I just need to play a different character at this point.
Why?
I'm not exactly benefiting the party.
My human in Christ, you are in control.
You are? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Roll that one perception roll, it'll be fine.
I mean, don't. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing things
all
before
make
everyone else is
mistakes.
fucking seeing things. You're doing great.
Played it exactly how I would expect you to play it. Of I thought I saw something, but it's not there. Makes sense.
it must have been the wind.
Ah, my
You won't
man.
get
It's
Big
just
dog.
Like NPCs overlapping, it's just like the game.
Yeah, you know what wrong's happened.
One moment.
NPC code is using one string.
Must have been the wind, their entire fucking bloodline has been wiped out around the bleeding out the floor.
Must have been the wind.
Just me.
I swear I heard
I'm
something.
gonna roll with physical dice, I'm afraid. So
You're
you
afraid?
won't see my rolls in chat.
No, I'm afraid.
Rigged.
Your dice are rigged. We know this already.
With funny you should say that. With a 22 to hit on you, James.
Do I have to say it? It hits.
Does it hit?
Does it hit this ultimate? Ooh.
It's too late before you catch eyes with it, as you hear movement from the left, as this beast just sprints at you and tears into your flesh with its feet, with its mouth.
With its
for
feet.
A total of. You get what you fucking deserve. For 10 piercing damage.
Why do I deserve this?
Can you roll me a strength save, please?
Yes.
Oh no.
In a moment.
You deserve it because you burst his friends.
Yeah, well, they deserved it. Why did my damage roll not move off to here? Whatever. No, it did. It just hasn't. Wait, what?
If only there was a way to
I'm-
tell.
I'm screenshotting this right now. Hang on.
Crit fail, crit fail.
No, like, hello? You can, like, yeah, what? Right, strength saving.
Oh dear. Haha. I'm afraid you lose the contested strength battle with the wolf as it picks you or grabs your ankles and drags you. And it has 15 foot of movement left and will 20 foot of movement left, sorry, and will drag you to here. Where it will end its go. Sabriel, you're up.
Oh,
Um,
shit, wrong one.
Cube!
can I see any of the other ones?
You can roll me a perception check.
man.
Roll me a 1d4.
Okay. 1.
You hear movement roughly 15 foot south of you.
Can I?
You don't quite make out the shape, but I can allow you to make the shot if you wish. And it won't be disadvantaged since you kind of know where it is, you just can't quite see it through the brush. Okay,
Yeah. I can
roll me a
try
shot.
and-
Man, imagine if there was a game that came with the soundtrack.
Damn. Imagine if that game got a sequel.
Don't remind me. 15.
That won't happen.
A 15 will hit, roll damage for me.
You won't let me edit these
8.
rolls.
To 8 damage. As you just take a quick shot through the brush, it finds its mark. You just hear a... As this kind of woof, this kind of like howl, this bark kind of echoes from the brush.
It doesn't sound like it died.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Can I? You said to the south. Can I try and move into the tree line a bit more and stealth? That's okay.
You can. If you weren't 5 foot away.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
As you step into the brush, you see a trail of blood from where the wolf is trying to lap around, and that's where you see it staggering away from you.
I don't think I can do anything else. Okay. Would it be weird to? No. Okay, there's no point in that.
Lap the wolf.
Well, I've already used my action. It was disengaging and then not moving away would be pointless.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You could use dodge, but unfortunately that's not part of your bonus actions.
No, it's not. Can't hide this close. I'm gonna disengage and back further away.
Okay.
I don't know where any of the others are.
Sunk my battleship.
Gonna try and move to there and hope there's not any more wolves.
And that's where you hear a deep growl
Fuck's sake.
as this large monstrosity, which you recognize
no.
being one of the ones that were watching you from the crevice, looks at you. Its muscles are bulging. You see this like veins are kind of pulsating with blood flowing around. You can actually see the movement of the veins. Its teeth are snarling with this white kind of saliva liquid dripping as it looks at you with hungry eyes.
I don't think I could do much else. I'll just call
Can you
out.
not move away anymore? Do you still your movement?
I just disengage work for
It's the whole turn, isn't it? It's
Oh,
not-
It's
okay.
the whole turn.
right.
It's the whole turn.
Yeah, I was remembering it's per enemy.
I mean, think of it this way: in your 6 seconds, you basically like run into things. You're just quickly skirting the other way
Yeah.
in a panic.
I'm gonna back up next to John then and say, there's a really big one down there.
Fortunately, since you are backing away.
Yeah. I have an idea that or I remember where I saw it.
Mhm.
And I remember where I saw them, but not necessarily if they're still there.
Okay. The next beast is going to take its turn, and I'm afraid with pack tactics in play, once again, Javes, you see this huge creature towering sprint for you. And as it does so, I'm afraid with an advantage thanks to pack tactics, being within 5 foot of an ally, it is going to multi-attack you with one bite and one claw. with a 22 to hit for the claw.
I'm not
Five
saying.
for 5 slashing damage, and a bite with a 14 to hit. I actually don't know if 14 hits or not.
It does. It does.
Can you make me a Constitution saving throw? Okay. As this creature bites down into you, you feel the wound fester and hurt, and you will take a further 12 damage, piercing.
Cool. I'm down.
And as it sees you down, the creature is going to run out and is going to try and hide again. With an 11, Rolk, what's your passive perception?
I want to say 14.
I think it's 14 as well. It will fail its stealth check and you will know where it remains.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
With James knocked down, is the wolf still grappling it up, right? Is he-
Yeah, it's still kind of pulling him away. Nolan, you're up.
Let me just see. Okay, that's that. So, I'll cast Spiritual Weapon. Oh shit. And I'll place it next to the big fucker. Like
Okay.
right here.
I haven't got a
And
token for this.
no. That's alright.
There you go, you can have a flying sword.
Thank you. And that's a bonus action.
Okay.
And
Does it
as
do
my-
anything as you summon it? Like, does it hit things it's summoned by?
Yeah, it's,
I don't-
what's it say? It says.
Last time with the siege, didn't we?
Sorry?
We had this last
There-
time with
there
the
we go.
siege as to what happens when it summons.
You create
Ah.
a floating spectral with the range of the duration. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack, which I did.
Okay.
For 5 damage.
Takes force damage, so it's taking 5 force damage. Okay. As this beast
Yeah.
just gets slapped by the weapon, this holy light grows, and the beast just covers his eyes, but the weapon just bonks it straight in the head.
Nice bump. And as my main action, I'll use Cure Wounds on Japes over
You'll
there.
need to move over and touch him.
Oh fuck, I do, don't I? Shit. Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Zup. But
Does it
next
know?
to the wolf as well.
There was another wolf.
Okay. Roll me. No, you can't. You cannot cast Cure Wounds.
Really, what the
can't-
fuck? Why?
You can't cast 2 spells on the same turn. Has to be a cantrip and a spell.
But it's a bonus action and
Doesn't
the
matter.
spells-
Doesn't matter. You can't use 2 spell slots in one go ever.
It's the magic
Okay,
weapon.
can
That's
I
why
use
sorceress
Can I use
is with
Preserve Life?
Is that a cantrip?
Channel Divinity?
Yeah, that's not a spell. You're not using
Yeah.
a spell slot.
Then I'll do that.
Okay.
And he get.
You
Oh,
can
wait.
always cast as many cantrips as you want in a turn, but you can never cast more than 1 spell. It's just
No,
a
not turn
rule
on that.
D&D
Fucking hell, that was wrong. Sorry about that.
Dave suddenly shakes as you realise he's undead all this time.
Ah!
Okay,
5 times your cleric level, so.
so you got 15 to play with.
But it's only up to half his maximum health. So if he's got 20, it's just 10.
I don't think you're allowed to just use 1 either. It has to be all of them at once.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't just use like
definitely.
1 and then use it another 14 times of 1.
Oh no
Okay.
no. It's not
Okay.
like lay on hands for.
So you're
other-
just gonna put you're just gonna put 7 health into him then.
You only
10?
have 4 health.
I have 20.
Yeah, then 10.
Yeah, 10 off.
Yeah, but you only have a maximum of 15.
Oh yeah, but it's half his maximum
It's half
health.
my
Oh, I
health.
see. Sorry. Yep, yeah. So you can have 10, Javes. Yeah,
I
that's
leave, bitch.
probably my go.
Okay. Javes, you're up.
Oh shit, yeah, that's not gonna work.
You are still grappled though, so I will need you to make me a strength save, and you are prone as well whilst being grappled.
I did that for the. I did that to Charles down. Yeah, strength save.
You are grappled, which is why I always put you on your side when you're grappled, like on your prone.
Yeah,
sorry,
I
I put
myself
people
up,
out when
yeah.
they're prone. Contested by the wolves, which it will maintain. You will remain grappled, but you can still take your go normally. It just means you can't move anywhere. That's all.
Yeah. Am I not disadvantaged on my attacks roll? I am.
Okay.
No, that's only if you're restrained. Grapples just move
Yeah,
it.
okay, cool.
I haven't got Jordan to rule Wyoming. I don't even know if he's watching.
Well, I'm considering the fact that I was just on the floor and head somewhat and body somewhat frayed. Yeah, retribution.
Okay.
I am reroll. Do I need to? I think I do.
What is it? Burning Hands? I think they roll. What is it? Dex save?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they might save it. It's Dex.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna reroll one.
Okay.
So I'll just put that on my thing.
So 6, 6,
Six
and
a 1. So roll 1d6. There you go. So that's 15 instead.
this kind of anger, this hatred burns inside you as your eyes begin to glow this amber red. You hold out your hand and this flame, this just flurry of fire just engulfs the wolf, and it doesn't even have time to scream as you just see its skull basically is all that's left from its skin just melting as it succumbs to the wound and just dies.
Good.
Well done, Jace.
Thank you. Given that it's dead, I assume I'm no longer grappled.
Correct.
Okay. Do I get half movement now because I was prone?
You basically spend half movement to stand up.
Yeah. In that case, I'm going to move. There we go.
Okay.
And end my turn there.
Okay. This wolf is going to take its go, where it is going to run to John Smith. And is going to try and give you a little nip with a 23 to hit.
Holy fuck, what is your
What are these fucking rolls?
That was that was a dirty crit, basically. For 8 piercing damage, can you also make me a strength check, please? And if you lose this, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
What the fuck are they? I haven't got anything higher than like a 6 today. 10.
10. The wolf pulls you in this direction, where you see Big Daddy standing over you.
That's fine.
Did I tell you the damage?
Yeah, you said 8.
Yeah, good. However, it is now your go.
Okay. My shadow, my echo is already up and about because obviously it's done as discussed last time.
Where is it though?
So
It'll still be behind you though, no? At this point.
yeah, I'd say it would be, let's say, yeah, it's kind of just literally on the back and doing this, just giving it the life again. So yeah. So what this is going to do is he's going to move. Sorry, this laptop is fuck off. Shit. So he's going to point himself there. Okay, and he's on a swing on whatever this thing is.
Okay, it won't be advantage as per our discussion.
Yeah, that's fine. So with a 19 to hit,
Will hit. Roll damage.
okay. Rolling damage. This is with my great sword. That's going to be 12 damage to hit.
Okay.
Okay. I'm seeing basically the rage of just being taken down by this mere simple creature.
You would be disadvantaged with your. No, you wouldn't. Never mind. Carry on.
My echo is going to use.
You are
Unleash
currently on your back,
Incarnation.
by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. That's fine. All stuff done with the echo. So, which isn't prone, so isn't affected by that stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good. So, given the rage of the situation, my character's being bullied by yet another simple creature. The Echo is going to use Unleash Incarnation and attack again.
Okay.
Ooh. So with a 8 to hit this time.
Will not be enough, I'm afraid. As your Echo kind of hesitates with a slight hesitation, maybe a delayed reaction to you being dragged, but that slight hesitation is enough for the beast to hold its arm up, and it basically, the sword doesn't quite cut through the flesh, it just kind of bounces off the hard bone and muscle. Okay. Irina's go.
Yeah, that might go. Yeah.
And Irina is going to... No one needs healing. She is going to run for John
I do.
with rapier in hand. And is going to go for a stabby with a 14 to hit, which will hit for 6 piercing damage. She runs to the wolf with her rapier, and as she does, she kind of thrusts it through and then bends it down slightly, as if making it harder for the beast to pull it back out. And she looks behind her and shouts, "Now would be a good time!" and will give the help action. Giving the next person to attack that wolf an advantage. That's fine, James. I don't worry about my players' HP. I let them worry about it.
He was having a session with me.
No,
It's
you said you mentioned about Irina saying no one needs healing. Like that was factually
No,
incorrect.
not healing. Bringing you up.
No, well,
From-
okay.
She
My bad.
She can't heal. She can just restore you,
Okay.
like from unconsciousness or stabilize you, I should say. Grolk, you're up.
Right, okay, so I'm 90% sure I know the answers. I'm just gonna check. So because I've mixed the silver bolts in with the regular bolts, there's no way I'm gonna be able to easily get up since then.
Unless you want to spend a bonus action to look, is that fair?
Yeah, I thought I'd have to do a bonus action like that. That's not gonna...
I'd say bonus action to look, action to fire.
Yeah, I need a sword weapon anyway because I'd start.
Okay.
So that would take my entire time. Also, can I make out stuff in here?
Yeah. If you can see it on the map, you can see it.
Yeah, right, I just want to okay, so I shout out, group up, and I move towards where Cyril is currently positioned.
Okay.
So let's just get every ball rolling on the fucking board. So that's wolf there, that doesn't look like wolf, but I have no idea what it is. There's definitely not a normal wolf. I think that is very clear threat. I cast Hunter's Mark on it with bonus action. Ignore that roll for a moment, I just want to say Hunter's Mark because I clicked on one. Ignore
Okay.
me. And then I'm going to take a shot with a bow, and I get advantage because of Irina, yes?
Yep. Okay. Roll me damage, roll me a D100.
Okay, so... There's damage.
So this will be a normal bolt, not a silver bolt.
Well, I'm using a longbow, so it's an arrow.
I see.
It's just an
Okay.
arrow. Because
Okay,
I'd have to
okay.
swap with the crossbow, that I'm saying.
That's fine.
Double damage, mate.
That's the D100.
Okay, so 10 damage.
Do you want me to roll anything else now?
Yeah, roll everything.
So we have Hunter's Mark. Just one again. Lol.
So 12
Oh.
damage in total.
This one's already been damaged as well, hasn't it?
Yes.
I wasn't sure, but I'm fine with that either way. Cool.
Okay, so 16 damage in total. As Irina kind of pulls out her rapier, the beast leans its head up and howls, and that's where you find your mark, as your bolt just goes straight into its shoulder, just beneath its collarbone. As Irina kind of shouts, "Nice shot!" as she pushes it back with her rapier. Can you roll me another D100, because that doesn't work in this fight. Okay. And the shot is so powerful, and it hits the bone perfectly, it knocks the beast prone.
Oh.
That means everyone gets advantage. No matter
Correct.
what. Oh, that means I get disadvantage.
I don't, yeah. We can play that rule if you want.
Well, it makes sense because they're prone to the ground. I've got less of a target to go for.
Okay.
If you're on top of them.
Anything you want to do else?
Use bonus action, use action. I probably have 10 foot movement left. I didn't exactly calculate it. I've already shouted to say group up and walk down here. I guess I'm just gonna slightly to the left and then say that's my turn.
You hear a bunch of cawing come up from above you as a swarm of ravens begin to coalesce. And they run down as they fly past you, Javes, for the beast. And they begin to try and peck away. But unfortunately, their pecks do not get deep. And they fly off into the distance again, giving the beast an attack of opportunity. And with a 20 to hit, it will hit the swarm for 6 slashing damage. But then, another swarm comes in and does the exact same thing. It was just unlucky that they rolled the same initiative. This time with a 13 to hit. And will just be enough as it pecks the wolf for 3 damage. And because the wolf can't retaliate, it's already used its reaction this turn, they get to move freely back.
It's a second murder has hit the wolf kill.
But then... Sorry, James. This beast is going to run straight for you. You know what? I'll roll dice again since that's less lucky than
I can't wait for you to roll a 20.
You roll what you roll, don't worry about it.
I'm
Cool.
afraid that's a critical 20.
Cool.
I'm
This is
taking
actually.
I'm taking a photo of that. Sorry, one sec.
You see what he did with the dice is he just picked it up and put it down on the 20.
It's because Serpon said it. Perfect. In that case, with a critical 20, you will take 8 piercing damage, and I'll also need another strength save, please.
Not downed again at least. Yippee!
I
I'm
mean,
still
you're not-
broken
you're
by
still
the
not
way.
down by the sounds of it, because you're probably going to get knocked prone here, let's be honest.
Correct! It rolled from the 16 to an 8.
And it grabs you, and it drags you back another 20 foot. 5, 10, 15, 20. Perfect. This wolf is going to spend half its movement to stand up. And it turns its attention to Irina with this hatred in its eyes. And as it goes to bite her... sorry, one sec, actually. What I should say first is, as you take a good look at the beast, the wound which Irina created with this blood pouring out suddenly begins to clot. And you see the wound begins to heal itself. And the beast looks at Irina and snarls with a smile that's sadistic, with this blood kind of dripping from its teeth. And it goes to swipe Irina, but instead runs straight past her.
I'd
You
like
can
to
take a
use my ability.
disadvantage. Can your Echo take a reactions, can it? Genuine question, I don't know.
I just assumed. And
My spiritual weapon can't.
Yep, Echo's
Mine's not
the
spiritual
Echo
weapon,
can make it's
Okay,
5
then you may
foot
make
of
an
the
attack of
Echo,
opportunity.
yeah.
okay. So with a 13 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay. That would
Irina is
be
also going to take a shot.
11 damage.
Okay. As the beast snarls at Irina, it looks like it's about to bite into her, but then it stops itself and instead pushes her to the side with a force. And as she tries to stab at it with her rapier, the force of being pushed back just jogs her slightly and it actually goes above it. But you manage to, your echo responds to you. As you swing on the ground with yourself, it's echoed by your echo, and it hits. But the wolf is going to attack Grog in retaliation for being shot with a floor with an 18 to hit. Can you make me a strength save?
Yeah, it's going to hit, yeah.
Okay. The claw is big. It's much worse than a normal wolf, huge actually, as it slashes into you. You feel the weight of this creature trying to push you down to the earth, but you just about plant yourself as you kind of grab onto Sabriel's shoulder, keeping yourself afoot. But it's unfortunately, the wolf sees this and it finds its opening and it buries its teeth into you with a 20 to hit for 11 piercing damage. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, so that hits. What did you say, 11?
Yes, please. So
20.
4/11 pierce,
Oh, so 15 total.
and I'll need a con save, please. Okay. Thank you. And Sabriel, we come to turn 2. What I should say, Serpon, is Grog, as the bite goes into your shoulder, it burns with this pain. And you can see the wound almost frothing with this angry kind of red-looking pain, as it's almost already infected.
This doesn't count as poison then, I'm guessing, no?
No, it's not poison.
I didn't think it was, just checking.
Sabriel, you're up. Nolan, you're coming up after the large wolf.
We can't hear you, Forrest.
Say again, sorry, Sabriel? You're
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Can you not hear me?
We can now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we can. It's just delayed on your cam.
We couldn't before.
Yeah. Disengage.
Okay, it's a good job I waited. I assumed you would have, I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Just sort of, I guess, position myself. That's everything.
Say again, sorry?
That's everything I can do.
Did you take an attack, sorry?
No, I've swapped weapons.
I see. Okay. Alright. Okay. In that case, we come to the larger wolf, which is going to run this way. And it can't help but notice Javes is currently on the floor and will take an advantaged bite. For a 20 to hit. For 11 piercing damage. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Okay. Just gonna roll a d20 quick. As the bite buries itself in, you also feel this pain begin to grow in your arm as this almost frothy liquid begins to pour like pus from your wound, and it stings for an additional 2 damage. But, seeing that Javes is currently unconscious on the floor, the wolf now turns its attention to Sabriel and will slash you. With a 9 to hit.
It did damage me while I was already downed. I should take a saving throw, shouldn't I?
Because it's one fluid attack, technically not. Because it's both those, you would take those damage at the same time. If that makes sense, it's not hitting you twice in a row.
Yeah, because it was the bite that downed me. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Okay. Thank you.
Nolan, you're up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll move. The sword. Let's see. I'll move up.
I should
to-
also say that this creature, on its turn, the wounds or the pecs, where a little bit of blood was coming from the swarm, also regenerated, as you see the kind of skin begins to move over it and repair itself.
Can we move the sword weapon up here?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll move in here.
Isn't it a bonus action to move it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and with advantage you may take a swing.
I'll use. Yeah, I might need a lot of fucking healing this one.
We got a game of chess going on in here. Sabriel's got advantage, but you have advantage on the wolf.
Yeah. Okay, I'll smack you with my weapon first.
Okay. Okay. 8 force damage? Is that a free action, is it?
What comes with
Yeah,
moving
it's
it.
the same as moving it. It's in
Oh,
the
I see.
same
Okay.
action. So either move it and attack or
8
attack.
force damage as it just bonks it with the pommel.
Yeah.
And for Nolan?
He will. Fucking hell, what should I do? I suppose actually. I will use. Fuck it. Guiding bolt on the big fucker.
Okay, this won't be advantage. It's only advantage in flanking if it's weapon attacks, not spells.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Alright, let's see it.
So. Oh. Can I inspiration that hit thingy majiggity?
Do you have inspiration?
I do.
Then yes.
Sweet.
Just make sure you remove it for me.
I did. And a 23.
Okay, 23 will hit.
Does the damage count still?
No, I'd need you to reroll the damage.
Shit.
Okay. As this holy light pelts the wolf in the back, but the next attack against it will be advantaged. And is that the end of your go?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make your death save for you, James. And we come to this wolf, who is going to take a... What's that, sorry?
Okay. Did we...
Oh, I do private death saves. It's more tense.
Ghost manner, but whatever. Okay.
What? We can if you don't want me to, you don't have to.
No,
it's up
it's
to you.
fine.
It was only me that agreed to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like literally, we had this situation in Ghost manner, yeah, and I'm like, wait, what?
Sorry, man, I have like 12 groups.
No.
Can you roll me a d20 and send me the response then? You'll be disappointed because I rolled you a 20, so unlucky.
I mean, I was happy for you to do them as long as you told
No,
me
no.
at least.
No, whisper it to me. Roll me a d20.
I'm assuming if I click roll on there, it'll put it in the thing. Can I write now? Shit. Hang on.
This is where it gets a 1.
Say that.
Just do /GM roll.
Yeah, hang on.
Change
I'm
1d20.
literally, yeah, change.
Thank you.
There is a way to do it with beyond 20. Which is what I just did.
This wolf will take a advantage bite at John Smith since you are on the floor. With a critical 24 to hit in total. For 7 piercing damage, which really isn't much in comparison to what it could have been. And John Smith, it's your go. As you just see this wolf nipping at you, it plants its body on you with all its strength and it just begins to tear away.
Okay. I will move my echo over. And just wing with all my might at this thing. And with a natural 1 to hit.
Oh dear, can you roll me a d100 please? dice giveth, the dice taketh.
Fucking the dice haven't given us anything at the moment.
The dice are taketh the piss.
What can I fucking say to that one as well?
Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please? Yeah.
That is a 23.
Okay. You will take half of one, which can't happen, so you will take 1 damage as you go to swing. Being I said that to Emily. Imagine if I took Serpent's money and just killed them next session. Hey man, I'm just rolling the dice. I don't fudge rolls. As you go to swing, you don't account for all the branches, and you feel quite dizzy from being on the ground for quite a bit. But this kind of echoes through your echo, which completely fumbles. And as it does so, your echo falls prone and will take 1 damage, which actually removes the echo, so it actually does do something.
Yeah.
As your echo dissipates.
It's just should be down here for now.
I'll just delete that and recreate it.
Okay. So in order for me to be on grapple, do I need to do a strength save?
Yes.
Can I use that as a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a free action at the beginning of your turn.
How is it? Oh, okay. Oh, at the beginning of your turn? So it's possible to do it now.
You can do it now. That's fine. It wouldn't change the crit 1.
No, of course not. Fuck me. So hard. That was a 7 this time. That's a 2 + 5.
As the wolf continues nipping and planting its weight on you, you see Irina look confused as she looks at the wolf and then turns her attention to Jave. She genuinely looks lost as to what to do. But
Oh, me. And I am my turn.
and Irina just shouts, "Fine!" And she runs, and she is going to take a stab with the rapier. And with a 14 to hit, she will deal 4 damage. As she buries her rapier, 4. As she buries the rapier in the neck of the wolf, she pulls it out, and it just slumps with a heavy thud on top of you. You'll still need to make a strength check on your turn to just push it off for me. Otherwise, you'll have half movement.
Thank you.
Actually, Irina leans her hand down and goes, "Up you get! Javes needs your help!" And she pulls you up to your feet. And then uses the rest of her movement. Where was she? She was here, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So she has another 20 foot, so she is going to move to the side of Grok. Grok, you are up.
Let's disengage. That's an action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's right. What did I say about close range shooting?
I'm fine with close range shooting.
Shooting.
Wait, was that bot wolf dead?
The one that was attacking Javes, yes. Not Javes, sorry,
John.
John is dead,
I
yes.
didn't think that right down. Sorry, I was looking. Right, okay. I can't really fall back any further because everyone up. So I guess I have to stand my ground and shoot the fucker in front of me.
Okay.
Okay, so we go.
Whoops. Never mind. A 22 will hit.
Okay, let's get this shit rolling. Longbow.
Okay.
Hunter's Mark. Colossus style.
Okay. For 16 damage in total. As you take your shot, you just pelt it straight into the chest of the beast, and it snarls and looks at you with this anger and hunger in its eyes.
Being attacked is necessarily the worst thing, and in theory, standing behind Irina seems to be a good idea. It sounds like an awful to do. Because once again, they seem to be trying to avoid hitting her. Is it worth it? It seems like getting hit by a 15 was a high roll, though. So attack actually hit that high. In theory. Irina can... No, they're avoiding Irina. They'll just go around Irina.
The calculations are coming in.
Assuming I survive the attack of opportunity, if I position in such a way that it has to pass by Irene to get to me. In theory, that would mean she gets an attack of opportunity on it when it goes past. Assuming this logic holds true, because John Smith is still down there, so he might pass me. He was on HP, I do not know, and I don't want to know because obviously I would know that.
I'm gonna need a decision, please.
Fuck it, I'll take it then turn.
Okay. This swarm is going to pelt onto the wolf, and with a 16 to hit, will deal 7 piercing damage as the swarm of ravens, led by Blue herself, leans down and begins to tear into the wolf. Followed by this swarm, which will fly over and will do the same. But, unfortunately, with a 6 to hit, this one will not help at all. But we now come to that wolf's go, and that wolf is going to go for Sabriel. The wolf has advantage on an attack roll against the creature if at least an ally is within 5 feet of the creature, so yes, it'll be advantaged. Sorry, I was just reading out loud for myself. Doesn't matter, with a 10 to hit with advantage on Sabriel. It tries to nip at you, but the ravens just kind of block and get in the way, and the wolf just tries to bat them away with its paws, but it can't quite get through. So we come to this wolf's go, who is going to go for Grolk. With a bite and a claw. The bite will be a 16 to hit, sorry?
Yes.
And the claw will be a 11 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
As the bite will bury itself in you for 11 piercing damage, as it just tears away at your flesh, targeting that same wound. And can I have another Constitution saving throw, please? And once again, the wound just burns with this pain sensation. Now pus is beginning to form, with this reddish kind of vein kind of burying in your arm. And you also see its wounds knit back together tight. Some of them, not all of them. Sabriel, you're up. Turn 3. Nolan, you're coming up after the larger wolf. Have a think what you're going to do for me, please.
Right.
Okay.
Disadvantage on this one.
Double advantage.
Okay. How's your anxiety, James?
Nolan.
Yeah, as well.
In the morning, Nolan trust.
So,
No, helm, brother, helm.
Can't believe James is about to be converted.
18.
Oh, what's that, sorry?
17.
Okay, 17 will hit. Roll damage into your sneak attack.
Um, 19.
Damage. Blimey. As you see James dead, or not dead, but lie unconscious on the floor next to you, you can't help but feel the adrenaline surge within you. And as you turn, you just start stabbing and stabbing and stabbing wildly at this large beast, just one after the other, with just lots of little holes beginning to pour blood out of them in the beast, as it snarls and looks at you with a hatred. Anything else you wish to do?
My disadvantage is something that but we had. I can offhand attack.
If you want
without
to.
this.
Could be advantage as well. Look at Sabriel's standing their ground.
17 again.
Okay, will damage. You can roll me a hit.
Five.
5 damage is still a lot. That's 24 damage in one turn. It's not bad at all. As you just stab with your offhand, you find an opening and you just bury it into the belly of it. And unless you wish to move, obviously you will be not disengaging, but you can move if you wish.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Arena,
So you come to...
please can you help Javes?
I'm coming. And as you go to stab the beast, you pull out your dagger, and instantaneously the wound closes and knits itself back together as the beast regenerates and turns its attention to you and will go for a multi-attack on you with a claw with an 11 to hit, advantage might I add, and a bite with an 18 to hit, advantaged. The bite will hit. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw? You feel the wound begin to fester, but your body fights it off. And you don't see any pus or anything like that. It stings, but for all intents and purposes, you will only take 5 piercing damage. To be honest, not bad. Probably one of the better circumstances you could have had. Nolan, you are up.
Yeah.
James on
so
deck. John next.
Everyone in this area, that's an ally, receives healing.
You can be more dramatic than that. Come on, build up to it.
Seeing James downed, and has been for a little bit, and yeah, Grolk taking some pretty decent fucking hits from the other monstrosity. I clutch my holy symbol and kind of explodes in a wave of like healing light in a 30 feet radius.
Okay.
To heal the allies.
For 14 healing.
And yeah, then my weapon will smack.
Okay.
So we roll this one first.
Technically advantage now, thanks to James being up.
Oh,
Roll again.
okay, yeah.
Actually, no, James is prone. James is prone, so no advantage. Sorry, it's because your token's up, right? So as the sword tries to slap at it, it just kind of bounces off of the thick hide of the beast, and you recognise it didn't do anything.
Nope.
Okay. James, you're up. John Smith, you are next.
Okay.
I don't know. He's back to nearly 3/4 health.
None of the monstrosities are bloodied at this point, are they? From what we can tell.
No.
Okay. That won't be active anymore.
I mean, this normal wolf is.
Yeah.
Quick thing. Can I just shout out to Sabriel a thing?
Yeah, you have 6 seconds of conversation per turn.
Use the needles you got from the from Blue when we saved her.
So I will. Yeah, I don't have really a way to prevent the regeneration, so I am going to try and just pump a bit of damage into. Well, John's there, Rogue's there. Okay. Okay, right, yeah. Considering that the Ravens have pecked at this one, I am going to Scorching Ray, 1 bolt on this one and 2 on that one.
Okay, go for it. Okay, so the 18 is on the big wolf, the little wolf, sorry.
Yes, yeah.
Let's roll that damage first.
Okay. It's gonna do all of them, but for what it's worth. Oh, no,
Yeah. Should do one at a time, yeah. For 8 damage, as this wolf just gets engulfed in flames and melts into nothing but a pile of ash.
Excellent. I'm assuming it will hit.
The 9 will not hit, but the 13 will.
Wonderful. Okay.
And now you know it's AC.
Mm. Oh, 13. I will.
Nope.
Did from earlier.
Remember, if you match it, it counts as a miss.
Okay. Fair enough.
What?
Is that worth re-rolling? No, I'll hold
Does it cost to reroll, does it?
Sorcery points.
Ah, okay, interesting. Okay, for 5 damage, as you just kind of basically snap your finger as this flame just kind of shotgun blasts this beast in its face. And unless you wish to move,
I'm not going to risk that, no. I will stand my ground.
John Smith, you're up with Irina and Grolk afterwards.
Okay, I will use second wind.
Back to the
Try and
fight,
get some
fighter.
So it will be 1d10 plus 3. So I will heal for 11.
It's a good heal. It's a very good heal.
18. Okay, and then what I will do is move my counter up to here and then just start wailing on this dude.
Okay, let's have it.
With a great sword, I will swing off for a 10.
A 10 to hit, is that advantage?
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Hang on.
That's the whole reason why you're there, no?
Yeah.
Thought it was.
There we go. 24 to hit, that's better.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay.
Just about.
And that will be for a total of 9 damage.
Okay.
That doesn't seem right. Hang on one second, I'm gonna re-roll one of them.
Because a great
Fair.
weapon fighting.
Yeah, 11 plus 14 damage.
As you just cleave into the back of this beast as it's kind of towering over Grolk, quite literally in the case of Grolk's height.
Great.
No, Grolk.
Oh. I can't do. Where are we? Oh, this fucking.
You've already used your
wow.
bonus action.
Yeah, I can't action surge, can I?
You can.
Oh, can I?
Why would you not be able to?
I know I can. Yeah, so I will action surge. There we go again.
Why wouldn't you be able to?
I thought it was a bonus action.
Oh, no, it's a free action.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
So,
it. We swing again.
We go to swing again. So
So this
with
just gives
a
you an
12
action,
to
not a
hit.
bonus action. A 12 to hit.
Yeah.
Still
That's
advantage?
my advantage. Yeah.
I'm afraid you go to swing, but fool the wolf once, shame on it, but not a second time, as it just holds its right hand and catches your blade and just pulls it and pushes it back towards you, making you stumble back ever so slightly.
Okay. And we we end it.
Okay. Irina, listening to your command, is going to sprint up to the wolf and is going to go to stab it. With a 11 to hit, unfortunately, she doesn't quite get through the thick hide of the beast. But as she does so, she gets her left hand and just punches the beast in the face and grabs its chin and forces it to look at her, giving Sabriel, Nolan, or Javes an opening depending on who takes it first. Grolk, you're up.
When you said regeneration, I'm just trying to think of how much of regeneration is a factor in this problem. Right, okay. So,
I will happily say this one is now bloodied, by the way.
God, I wish I could remember what the fuck that means.
It means it's below half health.
Oh, joy! Do I need to count regeneration at this point? That's the thing. Maybe.
You You will have advantage on your range shot, by the way.
Oh, I do. Right. Okay.
It's just spells that don't get the flank bonus. Think of it like John basically holding it back and giving you the easiest target of your life.
Do I want to set it on fire at this point? That's the thing. Right, I'll just refresh my memory. Okay, so I still have some firewire left over from Siege.
Okay.
So I'm just basically about to say that's lit, and when I throw it, it's immediately going to ignite the beast if it hits, right?
Mhm.
Let me just double check where
I do have to ask, how are you lighting it?
I have a tinderbox.
Okay.
So just light it and then throw.
Yep,
As long
that's
as I
fine.
hit.
Go for it.
I just need to hit.
It's just a ranged attack, I think. It'll be in your OneNote.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find the page, right? So
Or I should say it'll be in Charity's OneNote.
it's on my one.
I've seen it in someone's planning page.
It is in mine under the planning tab, but you'll bet it's not. Yeah, it's mine.
I just can't remember what fucking it roll, but it's just 1d20.
Yeah, it's just a 1d20 to hit. So it's the 1d20 plus your dex, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, ranged attack, 1d20 plus your dex, please, advantaged. Okay, a 17 will hit, so that's fine. You can, as you launch this fire bottle at it, it just engulfs in flames as the hairs of the beast just immediately catch. And it will take 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Oh, it's on. What did we say ruling-wise for how this works for Underspark and Colossus Slayer? Did we say it counts?
It's a ranged attack, it'll trigger both.
Okay, right, just want to check.
Think of it more like the glass bottle shattering as also the damage that's triggering the Hunter's Mark and the Colossal Slayer. Okay, for some extra good hits as this flames just engulf this beast. John, you can't help but step back slightly. Okay. End of your go?
If I was to move away now and if it landed here, would it set me off?
No, but it will hit you.
Oh yeah, of course it would hit me. I'm just like, I'm trying
No,
to.
I
Like,
won't set you on fire,
I'm trying to feel like, okay, I know it's gonna be bad, but how bad?
No, it won't set you ignited.
It's like, do I want to pull back towards the group a bit more? So as far as we know, all the wolves have jumped out at this point. As far as we know, as far as we know, no one's been dragged away, and there's another wolf hiding. There could be one, but there's not been one being engaged.
Exactly.
So, I can attack of opportunity. It's only going to have one attack, isn't it? It's not a multi-attack attack.
Correct.
So, in theory, even if it's a high roll and a very high roll, I should survive. Ish. Ish. Unless it rolls like a fucking god, in which case we have problems. Right, okay, I'm going to take my advice that I said before. Knowing that it's going to get an attack of opportunity, I am going to try and create some distance between me and Gates.
Okay. I'll roll.
Yeah.
Okay, and with a 2 to hit, it's so engulfed by the flames, it couldn't give a shit about where you're going. It's just patting itself and scratching at its fur to try and put it out. Okay. This swarm
Does it
is...
stop, drop, and roll?
Not yet. Next turn.
Before I forget about how much fucking fire mine's left again.
This swarm is going to go down here, but I wouldn't say it's... Actually, no. Since Blue is leading this pack, it would be smart enough to go for the flank. And with a advantage 12 to hit, unfortunately, it will not hit. And since the wolf has already reacted, it can move back freely. This swarm, however, is going to take the first space it can, which will be here. And with a normal roll of a 13 to hit, funnily enough, this will hit for 8 pecking damage. Okay. We now come to the larger wolf, and it is going to roll a... did you want to roll me a d4, Serpon, since it's your fire?
Sure, can do.
Okay. What's the check?
It's DC 10, I believe.
Using its action, okay? It's going to use its action to extinguish, and will fail. As it just tries to pat itself down, it's just screeching in pain. And it's almost torture, as you see the flames kind of burn and wound the creature, but then the wound heals itself, and then gets damaged again. but the healing effect is still in play for the beast.
Oh,
But-
well, fire would counter it.
It cannot do anything since it used its action to try and put out the fire and fails. So we come to Sabriel. You're up.
I'll take that.
I'm gonna go for the ones in front of me.
Okay.
It's still advantage because that's because of flanking.
And since you're using silver barbs, then yeah, that's fine.
Well, would it be a... How would I use the silver barbs?
It would just be an improvised
Bonus
weapon.
attack?
Unless you want to use it in your
Okay.
offhand, you could use it in your offhand if you want.
It's like, can I try and...
It would just be like an offhand improvised weapon. If you wanted to use it in your offhand.
It's more like, is it using my action or my bonus action? And then if I use
That's
the
up to
bonus
you.
action, would it have to be after my main attack?
I would say have it as a bonus action. But use it as a bonus action. So you can take your advantage swings.
Did ravens use Arena's help?
No, they didn't.
Can I try and stab some of the barbs in then?
Okay, go for it. Roll me a normal melee attack, please.
Advantage or not?
Yeah, advantage.
Go for flanking.
Like an unarmed strike, but it's 10 plus, and it should be my dex.
Yep.
13.
Okay, will hit. You can roll me a 1d4.
One.
Okay. You grab the silver barb and just shove it deep into the belly of the beast, and it howls with this searing pain as it just remains there. And you let go as the beast just kind of scratches away at its stomach trying to get it out, but it can't quite reach. But you can still take your main attack as well if you want.
If that's alright.
Of course.
See if it has. If barb does have any effect on its regeneration.
You won't find out until its turn, I'm afraid.
19 to hit.
Will hit. You can roll damage with sneak attack.
It might die before I roll well enough. That's great. 17.
17 will hit. You can roll damage.
Sorry, not 17. 16.
16 will still hit.
Oh, no.
Nolan, you're coming up soon. Have a think what you're going to do, please. What's that? Sorry, Severin?
16 damage.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said 16 to hit. Okay, 16 damage in total is it. You find your mark once more as Irina kind of pulls its head towards her. You find that opening in its neck, its jugular, as you just tear into an artery of your dagger, blood pouring out. The beast doesn't look like it's long for this world, and is that the end of your go?
Yeah.
It kind of looks at you with this pained look, and you see the flesh begin to try and knit, but then it kind of recoils as the silvery barb kicks in, and it does not regenerate this turn.
Yeah,
But-
brother.
In retaliation against Sabriel, it is going to make a multi-attack. With the claws being a 15 to hit,
Nice job, Alex.
and the bite being a
Dang.
24 to hit.
They both hit.
Okay. Can you roll me a strength save, please? And a constitution save, please.
String saves. And
What was the strength save, sorry?
10 Constitution save.
Both
Strength
10.
save 10, and Constitution save 10. Yep.
Okay. Your very lucky. As the wolf jumps on top of you and just starts tearing away at your flesh, you take 10 piercing damage in total. Sorry, 5 slashing and 5 piercing, so 10 damage in total. And as it bites, you feel the wound begin to burn, but then your body fights it off, and you will not have any bonus damage. And it'll end its go there. Nolan, you are up. James, you are next.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quite fucking boring this time.
Bonk.
Bonk and bonk, yeah.
Okay, go for it. Let's see it. Advantage. Both advantage.
That was
The spiritual weapon will not hit, but let's see your bonk.
my bonk is gonna be 10. Oh, 13.
13 will hit.
17.
17 will definitely hit. You can roll damage.
Bonk.
As you just see Nolan kind of
Level
bonk
10.
it in the back of the head, trying to get it off Sabriel in desperation for 4 bludgeoning damage. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah. Let's see. No, I used my bonus action. I used my main. No, I'm good.
Okay, Javes, you're up. John Smith next.
Okay. Okay. I am going to conjure some missiles of the magic variety and send them hurling towards the monstrosity to the south.
Okay. Just level 1?
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 2, and 2. So 9 damage in total. As you can see, these 3 purple darts just pelt the beast in front of you, John.
I feel like I
Anything else you
missed
want to do,
something. Sorry.
What, John?
No, I'll wait until my turn.
Okay. No.
Well, it's your go. Grolk, get ready, please. John
I
Smith,
feel
you're
like
up.
I missed. Yeah, I feel like I missed something. Where the fuck did Rolf go?
He ran off and threw fire at the beast and set it on fire, which made it skip its turn, basically.
Okay, got you. Okay. I will use a bonus action to summon my Echo and plonk him here, por favor.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to, doesn't matter which person, I'm going to swing at the beast.
Okay, let's see it.
With a 21 to hit.
We'll hit. Roll damage.
We're so backed. Both bros.
We'll set it back. With a 10 damage.
Okay, big hit. As you just swing at the flaming beast.
Okay, and then I will use my second Constitution-based attack to use.
Does that not cost a bonus action?
I don't think so. Let me just find it. Nope. When you take the attack action, you can make one additional melee attack from here. I think.
Go for it.
So that's my second one. I can't do any more. So Unleash Incarnation will give me 23 to hit.
Will hit. Roll damage.
Let me just re-roll one. Oh, hang on. In roll 4, 7, with another 10 damage. So 20 damage overall.
As you take a big swing at the beast, you bury it deep with a scream as it lands in its mark, almost cleaving the beast in two as its body slumps to the floor, dead.
Oh yeah.
Irina is going to take her go now and is going to step to the right and will take an advantage swing. Irina, baby girl, you want to take a swing? There we go. With a 15 to hit, she will hit for a further 4 piercing damage. And once again, she kind of drags the beast down with her rapier, giving you an opening, Grok, to take an advantage shot.
Alright, well, since the last target died, am I allowed to reapply Hunter's Mark to that target?
For free, yep.
Mark is applied. Once again, ignore the damage roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if the longbow will hit.
It will. Roll damage.
So there we have that hit,
Oh,
And 9 damage in
Nice.
total. Okay.
Nice.
and that hit.
Oh shit!
Okay. How would you like
Only
to
this,
finish
you
off?
filthy casual.
How would you like to finish off the fight?
I draw my bow back full string, take a deep breath, and just focus of what I've seen, of where out of the corner of my eye, where the beast has like healed its wounds, where I know the flesh is seemingly weakest of just it being freshly regenerated, where it's been nipped away at by my allies. And
Okay.
I focus on the one part I see that has been focused on by my allies constantly, so it's at least the weakest where it's come back, and I aim straight and true for it.
And it finds its mark beautifully. As you take your shot, it lands straight here, and the beast just falls flat on its back and dies. But then, with combat now ended, Javes and Grolk, you feel your shoulders ache a bit. And as you look at the beasts, where there was once fur, is now human flesh. As you see 2 humanoids, middle-aged, lying down on the ground, face first in the mud, with all the wounds you've inflicted upon them. And you can't help but feel like there's a bit of an itch in your shoulders.
Can I reach my bolt quiver and kick out a silver arrow, silver ball?
Of course.
I immediately try and press it into my wound of the bite.
And it stings significantly. But nothing happens, and that is where we will end the session.
quick thing before, please.
Mm-hmm.
Can I reach into the wound where she put the fucking needle and just drag it out?
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Help anyone?
Oh no, you won't be able to get help for this.
Guidance, though?
Sleight of hand doesn't feel like something you can do.
Chance is fine.
Yeah, cool. Slash roll 1d4.
And you pull the barb out perfectly as you watch. As you hear blue in the sky, as the raven flock takes off and flies over the skyline, you just hear her. As it flies off into
We
the
didn't hear
distance.
That would sound so cool, yeah.
You kind of hear a beep, 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 as it just flies off,
Oh.
the
Oh, so we
echoing,
leveled up.
kind of disappearing. And
I
yes,
hand the
you
bar
will
back
level up
to
from that fight.
Gabriel.
I was shitposting.
And you will be level 4 after that fight as you
Sweet.
arrive at the gates of Vallaki. Only,
Yes.
you're not at the gates of Vallaki. Instead, you see a number of tents outside pitched up the gate. And that is where we will end.
Did you say blue sticks with us, or did blue fuck off with the swarm?
Blues with the flock.
Shit. Hopefully she comes back.
Right, guys, I'm going to speak to you in a bit. I need to get off because my head is killing me.
Oh,
Bye.
Okay, take care, mate.
Thanks for the session. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
You're telling me a
Okay, well-
16 con save didn't succeed.
Now,
It rolled a
Jake,
19, I'm
I
afraid.
need to criticize your audio selection for that fight. The title of the track is very misleading. No one in that fight was only twice fucking bitten. You either got bit 0 times or a dozen times. There was no twice bitten in that fight, Your Honor.
Hey man, the dice giveth, the dice taketh.
That is crazy that a condition has a variable dice roll.
How the
Depends on
fuck?
the condition.
Look,
Mm.
it's fine if we're werewolves because there's so much fog we can't see the moon. It's all fine. It's all fine.
Sure.
Even though they also
Mhm.
turned into wolves. Let's not focus on that fact.
Oh,
I
fucking
don't
hell.
even know if pressing silver to the
Are
wound
they
does anything.
werewolves though, or are they vampires?